think we're shooting upwards. Hi. You look really short.
I do look really short.
It's like,
Okay.
no, wait. Why aren't you doing the thing?
That didn't really help at all.
All right.
Nothing is going right today.
No, it's one of those days.
Absolutely nothing. So, yay!
Alright. An internal issue, I would fix it later. Unless it explodes, then I'm just gonna stay over here.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of steam coming out of there.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Nope. That steam is supposed to be going there. I didn't even remove it between cups. That's okay. Because sometimes the steam does come out of there. Because, you know,
Okay.
when it makes the coffee bit, that happens. I'm just gonna
Okay.
take this off real quick. And I am gonna change my thing.
Okay.
To this. La 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 la.
Alright.
There we go. Alright. I'll run to my son's room and do the wiki thing.
I was just doing that.
No, don't do that.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, you don't want to go in there, honey.
I'm not going in there.
I'm not doing that to you.
I'm
You know
not
how you
going
don't
in
like sticky?
Oh, no, okay.
The sticky's
I'm
like
not-
it's a visual effect now.
No. All you.
Yep. No, it's okay.
All her.
It's coming for you in the future. But,
No, I don't want it. You can keep it. Nope, don't want it.
I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna save you from that one. That's a horrible idea.
Yes, please.
All right.
I'm good. Yep.
And these are all.
Yeah.
They're all in effect. How fun. How fun. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
I got the ice. That happened. That worked.
That worked.
Because I had to take
Alright.
my son to the dentist yesterday and we were in Yesline. I
Yes.
decided to just jump into Starbucks real quick and grab myself some pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Some pumpkin spice.
Nice.
And I was like, oh no, they had the ice latte thing was like sold out. And I was like, oh no, that's what I really wanted. She's like, no, I can still make you one. It's just not gonna be in the cup. It's gonna be in like a frappe cup. I was like, what the hell do I care? And they made it, and then I was like, oh, that's what you mean.
It's a special cup for.
Yeah, you know, like no, I mean like they said it was sold out, but what they meant was the cup was sold out. You know the thing with like the flat top. You know that they fill to the brim with the coffee.
That we get.
Yeah, the one we get. Now I got the one that like you know you'll get with slushies and frappes and stuff like that because they put cream on top.
Oh, who cares?
Right? And I was like, I don't care. But turns out there is clearly a difference in how they make things. Because so they made mine, and she was like, would you like some cream with that? I was like, not really. I don't need any. And I asked for soy milk this time, just to, you know, switch it up. And guess what? They were like, okay, would you like some vegan cream with that too? And I'm like,
No.
sure, why not? I mean, just leave me alone.
No.
No, you don't understand. It didn't matter. Because you know how the pumpkin spice, the little syrup thing that they put in there?
Yeah.
That was on the bottom. Like, just there on the bottom. They didn't put it in the bowl like they do, like, you know, they didn't do the
Right, they
the
didn't do the fancy thing.
There was some ice in there, somewhere. And there was a cream. It was, like, sectioned, and I was like, stir. The cream did nothing. But, you know, it was funny tasting, though. But, you know,
I'm sure it was
but
funny
you know
tasting.
what? It wasn't as horrible as I
Vegan
thought it would be.
Cream.
It was like, it had more of a, it somehow tasted a little bit sweeter than whipped cream would. Just a little bit. But it also had like more of the consistency of fluff than it did of cream. So I was like, I don't hate this, but there is no point in putting this in anything.
No.
Just no. And so they were like, you know, but so not the best pumpkin spice latte thing I've ever had in my life.
It's amazing to me how hit or miss Starbucks is these days.
Yes.
Like,
Because when you're just buying the same drink over and over again, you're like, how does that work?
yeah.
How does that work? Hold on, I just wanted to check it.
And it's not even like it's a new drink that they're just like all learning how to make.
Yep.
This is coffee.
Yeah.
Like
It's just coffee.
this is just coffee. I really feel like I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, I think we're voting heads today. Hold on. Let me adjust this a little bit.
Okay.
There we go. Are we still crooked? Did I overcorrect
We're
it?
way crooked.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Hold on.
crooked.
Listen, I'm trying to use my. Oh, the phone also isn't all the way in here. Hold on.
Well,
We're having some major technical difficulties today, people, but that's okay.
that's because I set it up.
No, it's okay.
No, it's really because I set it up. It's not my stand.
Oh, it's not my stand.
I know how mine
What
works.
about my stand? No, I'm kidding. I was saying Stan just to be funny. It's like, I don't know a Stan. And they love Brian. I don't know a Brian. Hold on. I'm just making this sugar thing so everything's ready. So I can make the dough.
Yeah.
More cinnamon, always better.
We are doing. I'm not saying the word. You say it.
Oh, you can just say cinnamon buns.
We're
but
making
it's
cinnamon buns.
the Icelandic version of them.
Icelandic cinnamon buns.
Snoodar.
Snoodar.
Snoodar. The R isn't that crazy.
It's a D. Why are you saying
No, it's not a
TH?
D. It's never a D. Never has been a D. Never will be a D. It's an F. Smooth.
What the actual? When you wrote it, there was a
Nope.
D in there.
Nope, you wrote that with a D.
Oh, what did you write?
The F. I have no idea if I wrote the F there or not.
I thought you wrote a D.
I was writing with gloves.
Does it look like a D?
It's literally a D with a little streak in it. It's an
Oh,
Icelandic letter.
that changes the whole thing then.
That literally because because like the F and the thought, which are two different letters, they make exactly the same noise because they can't be in the same place in the word. I know. Look, okay, see.
No,
Yeah, I'll show you.
let's just, please.
Like,
I want to keep what little brain I have.
you know what's funny though? I know we've done this before, so I was like, maybe you should just start watching us back.
I know.
So we have F, which looks just like a D, but it has this thing, right? Which makes it an if.
F.
If.
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 I don't know what that
I know.
first vowel is.
It's air.
Yeah.
Yeah. If.
F.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, and then we have thought, which makes the same fucking noise. And they look exactly the same, just one of them is like...
It's a long P.
It's a long P, yeah. Except it really isn't. It's like more like a long B.
So it's a B and P put together.
Yes. So, and that makes the same noise. So we have a word called it, right? Like everybody does.
It.
And it's written like this. Thoth.
Thoth.
There you go. Perfect. And it's literally written like this. These are same letters, but if I were to do this, people would think I had a stroke. Because this,
Thoth.
same letters, make exactly the same noise. Exactly the same noise. But this is grammatically correct. This is wrong. Because this letter has to be in the beginning of the word or in the middle. Has to be. And then this letter has to be in the middle of the word or at the end. I don't know why. You're going to have to ask somebody who knows more about that stuff than me, but them's the rules. So it's like we have two letters that say exactly the same thing, but they cannot be in the same place.
I think my brain just broke.
It's okay. He's okay. It's just foreign grammar for it.
Yeah.
Is it bad? That I just want to bathe in cinnamon?
No.
I mean, if I were smelling like a walking cinnamon stick, and I don't mean that synthetic stuff that you can put on, I mean the actual be happy as pie.
What's
Walking
synthetic
around.
stuff? What are you talking about?
Oh, you mean that, you know, like the body sprays?
Oh,
Yeah,
ew, no.
yeah.
No.
See what I mean? If I could walk around smelling like a freaking cinnamon stick, I'd be happy. I'd be like, it's Christmas! What the fuck? Woman in September, stop it! Be like, make me!
I'm already making Christmas cards, so,
Yeah,
you know, I get it.
but to be fair, you're also saying that Christmas market, so you have a reason. That
I
makes
do have a
perfect sense.
reason, yeah.
Wait, how much? Yeah, okay. I forgot to look at the recipe. I was like, it was 600, and I was like, wasn't it? Like, let me check. Would you like to try and read the recipe?
I should sit over here. No, I don't want to read that recipe at all. It's probably written in Icelandic.
It is written in Icelandic, but you can have fun with it.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Almost and then we can sit together for like 5 minutes, and then it needs to be rolled up, cut into pieces, and then proofed in the oven. Because that takes 30 minutes, and then the baking process only takes about 10.
Yeah.
And then they cool. So like that's around an hour. And I have cookies.
Okay.
In case we
And
need more
cookies.
stuff. I make cookie dough, yeah. But we can't bake them until we proof the thing, otherwise the oven's too hot for proofing. Which I have made the mistake of doing. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just do this while I bake the cookies at 180 when the oven needs to be like 60 when you're proofing. And I was like, it's fine. So we're having cinnamon flatcakes today. Like, oopsie. Oh. But that was a few years ago. I'm okay now.
2 packets of yeast.
It's 20 grams. For some reason, and this was only like, there was only a little bit left.
Okay.
Because this is one of those things that uses grams instead of
Right.
like, oh, a packet here and a packet
I
there.
really do wish you could just buy that like in a jar and
Agreed.
like weigh it out or measure that like you need. Why like why in the packet?
I don't know. But that would make so much more sense. Is it like better storage when it's smaller things? I need to open another packet because I need 20 grams and these are only what, like 10 or 12? And there wasn't enough in this one to make it 20.
Yeah, it's usually like 14 grams, I think, in one.
Shake, 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 shake. Seriously, if you're not gonna have fun with it, like do it at all. I say this, and then I have to clean the bathroom. I'm like, there's no way to make that fun. It's like toilet cleaning. No. How about no? And yet you'll find me going while I'm doing the thing, just to get through it.
Yeah.
I'm freaking Mary Poppins, y'all. Right, here we go. Let's mix that a little bit. And then we got what? Sugar, butter, salt, and eggs. Okay. And some water. I love the fact that he puts water in grams. I'm like, but why?
Easier? While you're measuring?
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you just put it in the milliliter thing, which is the same thing,
It's
it would just be,
same
it's
thing.
just be like, oh yeah, that's how much I mean. Oh yeah.
But it's literally the exact same thing.
Yeah, I know, but why not put it in the correct amount? It's liquid. You know, I usually don't measure liquids in grams. It bothers me.
I do.
I don't. That's some heathen stuff. No I'm kidding. Watching the Vikings, so everything is
Everything
heathen.
is heathen.
Everything, or pagans. It depends on like which priest is talking. You go in here. Bye bye.
Does that have icing on them too, like cinnamon buns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And let me egg.
We're appropriating this.
We're appropriating
We're
all the
probably,
stuff
like,
from TikTok.
not,
I'm
like-
sorry.
Oy.
Okay,
So I won a Mother of the Year award yesterday.
Oh,
Yep.
wait, that was my job yesterday.
Nope. I
It's
won
running
it.
all over the place.
I won it.
Uh-oh, what happened?
You were crazy busy yesterday.
I was so freaking busy yesterday. When yesterday was done, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then my hormones kicked in, so I went to the garage to get something. And I was like, I'm so happy today's over. I'm just wearing pajamas. The dog's been walked. Everything has been done. I went into the garage, and then the hormones hit me, and I'm like, everything sucks so much. And I was like, what the? Literally walked through a door. Whoosha! Another Gouda came out. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, Jesus! It's not okay. And then I was fine, because I was like, okay, calm down. That's just hormones. You're just being weird. Continue. And then I went inside as if nothing had happened. Yeah, not living with a sociopath, my people. Nope. Nope. Totally fine.
Yeah. Learning riding that dragon is just,
Yeah, I thought,
you know.
I thought it would, just be the same thing as usual. No, it's like, no, bitch. We're leveled up. We're leveled all the way up. Yes, I'm sorry. You won the Mother of the Year award.
Yes, Mother of the, oh yeah.
Sorry for derailing that one.
Homework.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
That one's fun.
That's why it was later though today because I was talking to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that this one has like no vanilla drops in it. It's like,
Add some.
No. I'm not going to because it's fine as it is. It's just almost every single authentic recipe that I have has vanilla drops in it. Like even when it doesn't need vanilla drops, they're still in there. So like every time I see that it's not there, it just kind of throws me. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah. So homework yesterday. By the end of it, at like 5:45.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a long ass time.
Yep. I was like, I just close it, shut it down. Like, just
that's it. That's done.
You need to go away from Mama right now. Like, just go into your room and play. And Mama needs time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Homework can be a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Especially because you're not allowed to do it for them. Which would be so much easier.
I know.
But for exactly the same reasons, we can't do that for them.
No. What?
What?
I don't know.
What happened? What's that?
Oh.
Anything good?
You have so many. No, nothing good.
Okay.
Well, you have a shit ton of notifications.
Literally, I checked my phone when you walked in the door and there was nothing there. And I was like, oh hey, you're gonna do something else with the phone? Fuck you! I'm gonna just do all this stuff. So anyway, just grab him a coffee here. Well, that's weird. Anything that needs to reply?
I don't think so.
No, that's the husband. Nice job. Oh yeah, no. I read all of this. Huh? Oh, whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna do that for 5 minutes.
I'll switch with you.
Oh,
I can't. I feel backwards.
But our equilibrium is fucked up now. Thank you. I did it on purpose. The green and the purple.
Ah. You probably always do it on purpose, and I just.
Not always.
My
Sometimes like the
observational
purple
skills.
or green.
As you know.
Listen, I'm not responsible for whatever the hell my hair wants to do today.
I'm gonna just kind of come into.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good plan. Good plan. Nom 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 nom.
If I sit straight, this will be easier.
Are we gonna sit straight and talk crooked?
Yeah.
Not sit crooked and
Oh,
talk
now
straight?
we're on fire today.
It's technical difficulty day, didn't you know?
It's like Friday.
Listen, yesterday felt like a Monday. Just...
Yeah, but Mondays are usually our good days.
I
Because
know.
then everyone leaves the
I
house
know.
and they go to school. So I think of it those days as Fridays.
Yes.
Fridays are the...
Fridays still have like a Friday feel for me though. Even
Oh,
though
at the
all the
end of the
kids are
week?
coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I still kind of managed to do the whole it's Friday and then, you know what I mean? But there's still a whole shit ton of stuff to do on Friday.
Yeah.
Kids come home and you have to like wash all of the lunch boxes. Not that I don't wash them in the week, but then they just get more of a cursory glance. They are like sanitized or whatever you want to call them, and then I put them away for the weekend.
Yeah.
I got a text from the football team because there's a game tonight, and then there's a tournament on Sunday, and the tournament was gonna it was gonna start but early. Like first game was 8:50 on a Sunday, and I was like, we're gonna have to wake up at like 6 o'clock so that she is up, has eaten, and left like just before, and like 'cause we have to show up like at 7:50 or something like that before the first game or whatever.
No.
And then I got a text this morning going, okay, so it changed a little bit. We can sleep a little bit longer. The first game is 9 something. And I'm like, okay. And we added a game. And I was like, oh, damn. So now I'm going to be there from like 8. No, okay, probably 9 to like 2 o'clock. And I was like, damn it. We were almost done at noon. was like, I don't feel like crunching that today. I do that. So yeah, and then my son, because my son was like wandering around like, Mom, can we have pancakes on Sunday? And I'm like, it's Wednesday. You're asking me this now? I'm not gonna remember this. But then I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, because I can go and to go grab the buttermilk. Right? When? No, when we're done here, I need to go to the store. I need a few things, and I need to buy paprika for my son, because tomorrow is class lunch for him. And class lunch is like where everybody brings something for everyone else. And usually they just like, they kind of, okay, this group can bring baked goods, this guy can bring like something that has protein in it, and this group can do this. This time on the other hand, they decided to have taco themed.
Okay.
So they're all just bringing taco themed things, and my son got paprika. Paprika. So all he has to do
needs
is
to make something that has peppers in it?
no. He's just supposed to bring paprika because they're all making their own tacos, I think.
Oh.
I think he's only supposed to bring chopped paprika, so I'm assuming that's what's going on. I make no promises.
Okay.
And yesterday, we had to take him to the dentist at 12. Or his appointment was at 12. So I wrote his teacher in the morning, and I love writing these teachers in the morning where I'm like, I can't even Icelandic, let alone Norwegian. The hell am I writing here? And I'm like, this is the best I got. I'm not even gonna run this through Google Translate. I'm like, just go. If they need to talk to me, just call me. And because I had to write like, he cannot do gym today. He cannot put any pressure on his toe. Absolutely no. And then in the end, oh, he also has a dentist appointment today. Send him out at 11:30. We'll pick him up.
Yeah, but at least he's all done now.
Right? Yeah, he's
like
all done. Oh my God, he's so done. He's so done. And so yeah, and I was like, okay, but my husband took the car to work, so he's like, I'll come back at 11. We'll pick him up at 12:30. Great. What he meant was not what I meant. So I talked to my son, and we have like 3 destinations where I can pick him up. Because sometimes they're doing so much work in front of the school. You know that this is gonna go bad, right? My husband had the one job. And or I thought that's what he meant when he said 11 and then 12:30, right? He meant they work at 11.
No.
Yeah, and it takes him about 35 to 40 minutes to drive here.
Yeah.
And I actually called him at 11, not in relation to any of this. I'll tell you that in a minute. Thought I had a ghost. It was hilarious. So, I called him at 11 to be like, hey, did you come home and move shit around? Or are we fucking haunted? Or am I not alone in the house? You know what I'm saying? I called him to do that. But he didn't pick up. So I was like, oh, he's probably on his way. Whatever. And then it gets to 11:30. And me and my son, we've already said like, hey, I'm going to meet you here. If I'm not there, I'm going to be here. And that's it. So 11:30 comes, and then 11:35. And I still haven't heard from the husband. Of course not my son, because he refuses to take the phone with him to school.
Right.
Which I understand is fine, because they can't use him at school. But in these cases, it'd be great for him to have the phone.
Yes.
So he could just be like, yo, I'm waiting, where the hell are you?
Yeah.
My husband comes and says like, oh, hey, like, hey, I'm here. Like, when am I supposed to pick him up? I was like, 5 minutes ago. What are you doing here? So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's just go. And, you know, because I was like, I'm not going to start a fight over this. That'd be ridiculous, and we don't have time. So, you know, we go, and of course he's not there. Of course he is not there. So I was like, okay, you take the car and drive around this neighborhood and see if you see him, because he might just be on his way home. We could see his bike, so I was like, he couldn't have got far, right? And he drives in a circle, and doesn't see him. And I'm like, well, I mean, we weren't that late, and it has happened before that the teacher let him out a little bit later, you know what I mean? Then on the dot, so I was like, let me go into the office and see if they have him, and you drive home, okay? So we split up, I get in there, and this sweet old lady is sitting at the counter, and I'm like, hi, I'm just trying to figure out if my son was sent home yet or not, because I think I might have missed him, or he's not out, so is there any chance you can talk to the teacher? And this is in the middle of 3 minutes. So he's like, yeah, sure, of course I can. Like, she's going to be in the break room, which apparently is on the other side of the planet. It's like this woman walking away into the distance somewhere, seeing if my son had been sent home. And I'm like, and I'm just waiting, and the minutes are ticking by, and I'm like, I already found the dentist number to call and tell me to be late, because they've moved this appointment back 4 times, and if I cancel, it's going to take a month for the next appointment. So I'm like,
plus you have to pay for the appointment anyway.
Oh my God, yes, there's that too. I was going to be like, oh, he was in an accident. And, you know what I mean? I was like, no, I can't do that. And so, and I'm waiting, and I've waited there for like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
She's still not back, and I'm just like, oh God, I like coughed something now. She okay? Did she go to the great beyond? What happened? And there are people walking by just staring at me. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm staring out the door because this is the way my son would come out anyway.
Right.
And eventually I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call the husband and see, because surely he's made it home by now. Maybe he's outside. I call him and I'm like, hey, did you find him? He said, oh yeah, I found him. I'm like,
Oh my freaking God.
And yes, that was exactly how I felt. Like these are my feelings personified.
Oh, Jesus Christ! For the love of God, all you have to do is pick up the phone. Write 2 words. Holy shit! Oh.
And I was like, okay, great. No, because at this point I'm exploding, but I'm like, I'm in public. We don't have time. Let's just go. And I'm like, okay, where are you? He's like, I'm almost back at the school. I was like, great. So I grabbed like a Post-it from this woman's desk and just go, I'm so sorry, I found my son. Thanks for the help anyway. And I'm just about to like write my name, and I'm like, why do I write my name? She literally doesn't know it. And then this other woman who apparently also works at this desk comes along. She's like, oh hi, can I help you? I was like, I'm so sorry, I sent your coworker like to look for my son because I'm supposed to pick him up, but we have found him already, so I'm sorry. Goodbye. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm so done. Yep, just, oh look at that!
I just looked, you asshole.
Yay! That's excellent. And she's like, and I get out there, and my husband's just pulling into the parking lot. So I was like, you could have called me like 5 minutes ago and told me this, but whatever. We get there, and like, you know how like when you
why?
Why?
Yeah, why? Doesn't that stuff make sense? Why?
I'm already on the phone to the dentist on hold, and I'm like, we're supposed to be there in less than 10 minutes. There's no way we're making it. And like, and also this is the time my husband decides, you know what I'm gonna do today?
Take a new road. Take a shortcut.
No, I'm gonna drive like I'm driving Miss Daisy.
Like me on a Sunday.
And like, I mean, I have a thing. Like, I absolutely hate being late. Especially for appointments like this where it's so simple to be on time. And I'm sitting there like, fine. Everything's fine. Like turning into the gremlin in the backseat.
Oh, thank God you weren't sitting next to him driving.
That's all, and then I'm just like, I swear he's gonna take the country road, which takes 5 more minutes to go to where we're going.
Right.
And I'm like, you're taking the shortest way, right? I couldn't shut up. I couldn't do it. And he was like, oh yeah. We'll just go the straightest way there. I was like, okay, good. I swear to God, this is the time he decides to respect the speed limit. And I'm still on hold. And we're supposed to be there 4 minutes. And I'm just like, And all of a sudden it's like, would you like to leave your phone number? And we will call you rather than you wait on the line. You still won't lose your place in line. I was like, I don't know my place in the line. I don't know if it was the next call or whatever. So to go through the answering machine, I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that. Because, I mean, I was just driving myself insane anyway. And you had to like type in your number and press the thing, and yes, I will be available. And then the machine just goes like, and then we will call you. Okay. Goodbye. And I'm like, could you just hang up on me? All right, fine. I hang up. I'm not kidding. I put the phone down. And I'm like, all right, they're gonna call me, but we're probably gonna be late. So you just drop us off at the entrance, and then you go park. And my phone starts calling. I was like, see, if they just told me I was next in line, I would have just waited. Hi. So we're gonna be just a little bit late. We're supposed to be there in 2 minutes. We were 10 minutes late. But that was okay. She was literally waiting for my son at the door. And I'm like,
oh Jesus, no.
Yeah, I was like,
Of
okay.
all days for a doctor to be actually on time.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. And you know what that means? That means I made her 10 minutes late for the rest of the day. I'm like, sorry. And then, because usually he goes in there, they check him out, they tighten things. But of course now he just has that little thing just up here. So I didn't know. I didn't know if they were just seeing if that was what we were doing, if they would tighten something. I don't know. So
apparently they don't talk to you at all.
They don't talk to me at all. I don't know what is going on. I knew this was supposed to take 18 months. It has already taken 20 months when I took it out. But I mean, COVID and travels and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm fine with 20 months. But now it's supposed to be even longer because this is like the aftermath to make sure it doesn't go back or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. They're like, oh, they didn't tell you that. I was like, you have told me literally nothing since the first appointment. The first appointment was that they explained shit to me, and that is it. You just talk to my son, who comes out of it going, Sometimes he's like, oh yeah, they said I'm supposed to wear this at night. I'm like, well, yeah, that's usually what a retainer is. You know. And it doesn't look like the retainers. Remember the ones that like looked like a gum and had the thing? It doesn't look like that anymore. It's just like a plastic mold of your teeth.
Oh, it's a mouth guard.
Yeah, it's much better or whatever, but they
use it in like hockey and sports.
Yeah,
so
no, but this like is like just a mold of his teeth. It's not like the white thing. It's personalized to him, if that makes any sense.
But they all are like that.
Really? In hockey? Because I thought they always just had that thing that they spit out, like in boxing.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but they are personalized.
Oh, okay,
like what they do, you heat it up in hot water, and so it gets malleable, and then you put it on your teeth, so it fits perfectly. Yeah, but they're all like that.
I didn't know that they did that. But he just has like this see-through thing,
yeah,
like of his teeth, and I'm like, oh, cool, okay, cool. And this, of course, took like an hour. And nobody told us that this would take an hour, so we're just sitting there like morons in the waiting room. And I'm like, fuck, I told their teacher he'd be back. Mother of the Year award, that's me. Jesus fucking Christ. Everything was going that way yesterday. So it's like, okay, if we take him back now, he's only going to have like 20 minutes left of class. That's ridiculous by the time we get back. So I just texted her through Vigilo. I'm like, hi, so my son is not coming back today. This was much longer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe. Sorry for the mess in the office, too. Just damn it. And then, like, while we're waiting there, I get a text from Spawn's 2's teacher.
Yeah.
So she's been really tired this week, like almost falling asleep at her desk tired and really explosive. She said, literally, she's been reacting violently to things. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to tell me what you mean violent. And I sent this message right back because I'm like...
Right.
And she's
physically?
Like,
or
yeah,
just
right? I was like, are we talking,
or...
is she being aggressive? Is she fighting someone? Because that wouldn't be the first time. Or the second time. She hasn't been fighting people at school, but she has acted out aggressively to things that didn't need aggression.
Right.
But, I mean, in kindergarten, she would straight up get into fights. Straight up get into fights. Usually she wouldn't start them, but she damn sure finished them, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, she just went up a notch in my book.
Right? Because, like, I remember one time they actually had to call me because she ruined somebody's shirt. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? So apparently, her and this boy, who was her age, they decided to race to the bathroom, and she won, but he, like, cut in front of her anyway. So she was like, no, fucker, you don't! And, like, yoinked him down somewhere in his, you know. And I'm like, that seems like a him problem, really.
Maybe if he wasn't a dick.
But I was like, I mean, I still offered to pay for the shirt because, you know, it's the right thing to do.
Right.
The parents said, no. He did this to himself.
Good parents.
I like you guys.
Yes.
But I was just like,
give me your
honey,
number.
we gotta talk though.
Yeah.
We gotta talk.
Okay,
Eventually you're gonna come across somebody with a gun or a knife or something and it is not gonna go your way.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, maybe I should just put you in Taekwondo and come through. But, so, you know, when she said that, I knew all the cards were on the table. Like, what kind of violence are we talking about? She's like, oh, no, I mean, like, she's just having outbursts, like, crying over the small thing. I was like,
different.
that is not violent.
Yes.
That was so uncalled for. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to write that, and because, like, the outbursts themselves feel so big that she was like, violent is a word I would use for it. But she's like, but you're right. Of course it's going to give you the wrong idea. I'm so sorry.
Right.
I was like, yeah, great, okay. Like, what kind of incidents are we talking about? She's like, oh, just like small things like we've talked about before. And I was like, okay, and is this a recent thing, or has she been doing this since school started? She's like, it's more recent. I was like, so like the weekly hormonal things that we've been talking about? She's like, probably. But I was wondering if you wouldn't mind if I sent her again to the head's assistant. I was like, are you going to say the same thing? But yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. And I decided to be a millennial about this, and I texted my daughter. And I was like, hey, honey, your teacher just contacted me saying you weren't having a great time at school and you were really tired.
Yeah.
Is everything okay? She's like, it's just the usual normal stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means at this point, but okay. And then like her teacher, like when she sent me that answer like that, it was just like, oh, she was crying and da 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 da.
Yeah.
She sent me another text. I was like, okay, thank you for clarifying. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to her when I come home.
Yeah.
And my husband, he read this too. He's like, it sounds like she was starting fights.
Yeah.
Just straight up fighting.
That language.
Yeah. He was like, Jesus Christ.
There were different ways to say that.
There were so many ways to say it.
Throwing in the word violent.
Yeah. I was, oh, Jesus. I was like, I'm sorry, who's asked if my daughter kicked now? Who am I talking to tomorrow? The police, a lawyer, or a parent? Maybe the principal? No? Okay. Okay. There it is. My kids put this away last time. So I was like, where did it go?
Okay. Is that what you need me to do?
Yes, I need you to do this because because the wound that I have here in my palm is gonna get agitated.
Taking my rings off.
Yeah, it's gonna get aggro with me. I'm gonna keep using my leaflets.
What am I doing?
That's perfect. All right, I'm just gonna get this out.
I should wash my hands.
Yoink. But and it was just like that kind of day. And then I get a text from her later on in the day, like around 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what? I start reading the text. She's like, I just read through what I answered you with, like the whole that she's not aggressive, like not violent, but whatever. And she's like, I'm just reading through this, and I'm seeing that I literally typed 2 words correctly. Everything else was incorrectly spelled. And I was like, honey, I don't care.
Was it English or Norwegian?
No, it was in Norwegian. The whole thing was in Norwegian, and she's Norwegian, and in Norwegian, like she's just like, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh no, I upset the parents by using like the wrong words, and she was like panic writing or whatever. And I'm like, it's okay, everything's fine. I just needed clarification. We're all good. Everything is fine.
That wasn't the problem.
Yeah. And I was like, I understood what you meant, so I didn't even notice that there were spelling errors in there. So I was like, honey, I wouldn't be the first to notice.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to get your drink. All right. Hold on. Sorry. All right. You might want to like put flour here and on this because it's still a little bit sticky.
Okay.
And then it just needs to be flattened out. It doesn't need to be huge or anything. Just we want like hold on. What's 9 plus 9? 16?
9 plus 9 is 18.
18. Oh, I almost got it. We want about 16 or 18.
I think I'm having a stroke. Is that purple?
Huh? Oh no, it's the light. It's the light.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband did the whole I'll put a white flag here. There's also tints of green in here. So every time I have a dough, I need to come here to see the actual color. Yeah.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, wait, there's purple stripes.
I know. No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm having a stroke.
No, my mother did that too. She's like, what the shit is happening here? And I think my father-in-law did too, which is funny because he helped my husband install these things.
Of course, that's not like really all that different from me. So.
No, but it was fine. It was fine.
Can I use this one?
Yeah, absolutely. I only use it for
really
that
work,
one. No. It's one of those like sticky, it is a sticky dough. Sorry, probably should have told you that before.
No, it's all right.
And then we're just gonna pencil over some water, and then all the sugar goes over it, and we're gonna roll it up, cut it to pieces.
You're gonna pencil some water, huh?
Yeah. I don't know why. That's what the recipe says, and I just enjoy it. I'm gonna pencil some water over it. Oh, we're gonna wet it. How's that? Better? Sprinkle. Go for it. I literally sometimes I have to like cover it, but most of the time it's better.
What shape do you want it?
I usually just do like one of these squares, like the elongated squares.
Rectangle?
Yes, rectangle, right. Literally, do you have any how many times a week I have to help my kids remember these in Norwegian? And I don't even know their names in English.
What are they in Norwegian? Rectangle.
Oh God, please don't ask me. I Google them every single time. There isn't a time where I don't Google them. Like literally. I genuinely can't remember. Because it's not like, one of them is sounds like the Icelandic word for réttlætingur. Yeah, see, there you go. See, this is why I can't remember all of the names of the forms in all the languages, because ours is wild!
Yeah.
Oh, that looks perfect.
Okay.
Oh my God. So like yesterday when I was done with all the teachers, I come home, my daughters are playing together with one of my other daughter's friends, and everything's just funky-dory.
You want me to brush water on it?
Yeah, sure. I think I took one of the forms out. Here we go. Would you like a pencil? I'm kidding, it's a brush. But
I would like a pencil, yes.
Yes. Would you like a pencil? And then, sure.
I imagine it doesn't have to be that, but...
God, no, it's fine. Oh, hold on a minute. My computer's giving me a noise.
Uh-oh.
Are you okay? Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay. Here we go.
Is this just so the cinnamon and sugar will stick?
Yes.
Mm.
It's basically, literally the whole reason.
Have you tried it with butter?
Yes, I have. I actually like that, but this is the but when I use butter, they don't always stick together because ours they don't get put into a pan where they're like right up against each other. They're like kind of separate.
Mm.
So I don't know. I find they unravel a little more if I use butter, but I like it though. I like it with the butter.
Okay. I don't know how wet this should be, so I'm just going wet by what
Go
I
for
think.
it. Yeah, go for it. Literally, I would love it if you could read this recipe. If you could read it, because then you would understand that I've had trouble with this recipe before. Because he says 60 grams of butter. He doesn't tell you if they need to be melted or softened or completely irrelevant. And then there's wet the dough. How much? And then put cinnamon sugar over it. How much? No. And then he goes like, and then you need 300 grams of water. I'm like, grams of water?
That's, I think, pretty normal.
No, not in like recipes that I read a lot. But maybe it's just because like if you convert all the recipes to what's it called, grams?
Yeah.
Or whatever, then I'm assuming all the stuff would be. You can also get a bigger spoon if you want. That's totally fine.
I think I'll just use my hands.
Yeah, go for it. It's all good. Just do your thing. It's all good. I'm wondering if the other thing fell out. We're good though. It's all good. It was just my HP assistant wanted to be updated, and I'm like, no.
I don't have to use all of this, right?
What? Yes, use all of it.
Use all of it.
All of it.
Okay. Okay. That's a lot of sugar and cinnamon.
Yeah, all the sugar, please. That's weird. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna go over here now. Oh my goodness. There we go. Awesome. I mean, I always just use the whole thing. Although I was generous with the portioning this time.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot sticking, let me tell you.
That's okay. Well, I don't care. She's like, oh my god, this is a great time for you to be like, tu know me lo sfide tu sotti? In the name of cinnamon! Cinnamon! I curse you! And cinnamon. Synonyms. That'd be hilarious. Yay!
Okay.
And then we roll it.
Roll it.
Oh no, the other way. This way.
Oh.
So we get more. Although the other way is always fun because then you get like plate size.
Do you want it really tight?
Just whatever you feel is good. Yeah, that's great. I don't really have a preference. There we go. And I'm gonna get the proofing started. I'm getting the proofing started. I'm gonna set it up so it can proof. How's that?
Okay.
Need some hot water for that. Almost done. There we go. Hold on a minute. There we go. Almost there. Woo. There we go. Would you like a giant crazy knife to cut it?
How big? About that?
Sure, that's perfect. Oh, and when we put him on here, you need to leave like this space because these are too long, so they go a little bit too far into the oven, and the ones that are way in the back tend to get burnt if they don't have that wet. 3 centimeters of space? 2? I don't know measurements, clearly. I didn't remember the name of, what was it, rectangle?
Rectangle.
Yeah, that's the one. Square and a rectangle.
I know squares, vierkant.
Mm. Yes.
Which all of those words are really kind of hard for me to say.
Ja, vierkant. Yeah, we have rétthyrningur og ferhyrningur, which is, vierkant is like ferhyrningur. But oh my god, just remembering all the names in Icelandic hurts my brain.
Sideways, like this?
Yes. Yes. And they need a little bit of space in between.
And what did you say about this side?
Oh yeah, no, this is perfect. Just try to keep this one empty. Everything can go, you know, I don't really care if they're smushed up against each other, but that's just for aesthetics. But, Travis and Travis, where was I going?
You put them like...
I put like 9 or 12 on
Should I make them round though? Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You can if you want to. Go for it. And either way, you're like, I'm sprinkling this sugar, okay? Go for it.
There's a lot of sugar.
It's gonna smelt. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's all fine.
Hold on a minute. What is this one doing? I have an errant curl that it's just like, yo, sup? What's it say hi? Hi, people. You mean cookies, baking stuff? It's weird.
Yeah, when we make, or when I make cinnamon rolls, they all go together. You want them like
right? Yeah. I've tried those. I've tried making those. I enjoy those. Those are fun.
Your kids are gonna be like, these aren't right.
Oh no, they're gonna be like yum, and then they're gone. Just like the Reese's cups that you gave us are all gone. They were all gone yesterday. Yeah. They haven't noticed that there is marshmallow fluff in the cupboard, and I still have some. And that is the only reason I have some is because they haven't seen it yet. Hold on a minute. There we go. Yeah, that's some hair right there.
Okay.
All right. So stuff them in there. Thank you. Yoink.
Do you wash your?
I just kind of rinse it off. If it's this kind of light, then yes, just rinse it. And that's all. There you go. No touchy this thing. I'm just gonna put the timer on because I forget that all the time, and I'm like, how long is it proving? I don't know. Having conversations with myself, that never ends well. You know what I mean? One of those like,
what could possibly go wrong?
Right? What could it possibly not remember? Oh, all of the things. Got it.
Can I use this on the counter?
Yes, absolutely. You can use this anywhere except for people.
Okay, but I am a person.
I know, but I mean, like, you know, don't wash your mouth with it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which I had to tell a person in my life once when they did use that on my kid. And I freaked out. I was like, no. Can't handle that. Is that a weird thing though?
No.
Right? I was like, because she acted like I was the weird one. I was like, am I?
Nope. You're not the one, not there.
Oh, hey, I want to ask a random question.
Random question.
Right, yay!
I'm still having a stroke from your lights.
Just turn them off now. We're done with the working.
No, it's okay.
But you can see the color of. Did you see the green one on the tile?
Yes.
Like that one always freaks me out. I'm like, the hell did I just whoosh over there? And I'm like, no wait, that's not what that is. But found something else for you to do.
Something else for me to do.
Something else.
Yay! Oh, I cut the cookies.
It's like doubly wrapped because I had to roll it in the thing so I wouldn't touch it with my hands. So it's gonna be weirdly wrapped.
Okay.
I
put it over on the.
So much better. What? No, sorry, I was just turning this off and having a stroke. What's up? I'm fine. Everything is fine. I'm just gonna grab some things for y'all.
What kind of cookies are these?
These are licorice white chocolate cookies.
Yes.
The ones that you kind of liked.
Yes. I thought by the color that they were a little licoricey.
Right? I was like, what do you mean? It just looks a little sick. Don't worry, I'm aware. Yoink! That they look sick, I mean. Not that they're sick. I'm fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's all fine.
Oh my goodness, my curls are in here. They're on it.
Wow.
There we go.
It's really hard to be an adult and do this. Just
Right?
saying.
I know. I'm not touching the joke. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go away now.
I assume you want me to cut?
Yes, please.
Okay. May I have a knife? Please?
Yes, you can. Hold on a second. Be right with you. It's just,
I put it in the sink, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you
No.
can just rinse it off. It's just
Yeah.
cinnamon.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering. I was like, should I just rinse it off? It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Right? Everything that's still alive on there is gonna die in the oven anyway. People are like, yeah, that's true. I don't. But oh yeah, right. I was gonna ask you a random question.
Random question.
So
please.
and like in my family, if you say well, we do the what's it called? Tack för maten.
Yeah.
Like the whole thanks for dinner.
Yeah.
Do you say it to the person that cooked or the household that cooked? Like when my mom would cook, I would always say like tack för min mamma. Like the word mama would come in the back.
Yeah.
Like, do you say it to the person who cooks?
Usually
Or
I
do you
say
just
to
say
the
it to the
person
table?
that cooks.
Right? Yeah, okay. I was wondering.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering because we always said it to mom because she was usually the one who cooked.
Mm.
But I find I don't really care as long as my kids just say, you know,
Yeah.
thanks for dinner. I don't
for
really
dinner.
care if I get the credit
The
or whatever.
personal, yeah.
Right. I don't really care. But like, you know, in my husband's family, this is it's a big deal. Like, if you don't do that, then you have to kind of do the thing. So I've started
So
doing.
you can't do like a generic thanks for the dinner?
No.
You have to do the specific to
Yes.
who made it.
Like, oh, thanks so much for the dinner, you know, Jimmy or whatever, you know, the name.
Oh.
But if you were invited to dinner, you would obviously thank the hosts, you know,
Right.
even there's two. But like, you know.
But you know damn well there's only one
Yeah. Right.
that did the work.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, like, you know, and like, because if my kids go like, oh, thanks for dinner, Dad. Like yesterday, I did all the dinner, and so my husband went like, oh, you know, I didn't do anything. You should thank your mom.
Mm.
And I totally get that because I do that too. If I get personally thanked for something I didn't do,
Right.
so I'm like, I'm just wondering, like, you know, if that's a cultural thing or like a house by house kind of thing.
I guess a house by house kind of thing. Because thanks for dinner is just perfectly fine.
Right.
Which I guess we have to start teaching our kid to do that.
I'm scared. What are you doing?
I don't know how thick you want the cookies.
Well, they do spread, so just
Plain.
let's try having them a little bit bigger now. Let's see what happens.
Like that?
That's perfect. Because usually I make the dough a lot thinner.
Do you want me to shape them?
I don't genuinely care. I just shove these in my mouth.
So like that?
That's perfect. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna end up with sheets of cookies. Which is fine. I have a pizza knife. I'll be fine. I keep doing this, like, I have a pizza knife so that I can see myself, not that other people can see me. Oh my god. Narcissus is in the house. I must see myself. Oh, and I found some fun.
Hey, look, you're gonna have rectangular cookies.
Love it. Love it. Honestly, I can't tell you how many times I've done this, and they still come out kind of weirdly round, and I'm like, how?
Probably 3.
Yeah. I think that's a safer bet.
I'll make sure I don't get any
Go for it. It doesn't matter.
cling wrap.
Oh, right, clean wrap. That would probably matter. Well, I'm lying. I wouldn't notice. I would just eat it. I lie.
It would incorporate into the cookie.
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, I've probably eaten plastic before.
Yeah, I think I'm getting bigger. And
You're like, hold on a minute. Let me just...
hold on.
Do you want more space so I can like move around? Or...
No.
Because I'm technically, you should have this space. Because you're
No.
right-handed.
It's totally
Because this would be perfect for me and my left-handed butt.
Totally fine.
Very nice, very nice. Hold on.
You can manage the paper.
Yes. I just don't want to touch the dough directly. Even though I know not contagious, but still yucky, you know. Can't get out of my own way.
Is the cream working though, or the?
I don't know. I think it might be. I just think it's going slower than I would like. Shocking. I know.
Yeah.
Most impatient human being on the planet. What? Yoink. But I have some fun filters for us to try later on TikTok.
Ooh.
There's one that is supposed to measure your face, and you know how like Samsung Health will tell you, oh, you did this much for this many steps today and this many things, like the circular thing, or you have a heart shaped thing.
Yeah. Mine is.
They do that for the feet.
For the feet.
Hi, what's a feather?
Hi, Boost a feather.
Thank you.
Thank you for the follow.
Of the Hayabusa feather.
Hayabusa feather. I don't know.
I was just trying to see, like, is there like another fun way of saying that? Probably.
Or maybe it's Heya.
Mm.
Hayabusa feather.
Oh, yeah, hey. The look on your face reading that was great. We're like, wait, hold on a minute.
We aim to please.
Right, we aim to please and butcher people's names for free. Hold on. Let me grab the cakes. The cookies. The cookies might be done. I mean, to be fair, they're big enough to be cakes, like miniature cakes.
We could probably do some sharing too.
Possibly.
Around, because this isn't a full...
Yeah, right, gotcha. Mm-hmm. We can do that. Yoink!
What did you yoink?
I just yoinked myself! Yummy.
No cling wrap in the cookies.
Yay! Winning! We're winning today! Alright, let's see.
Is that what this is called? I'm really not sure
I've decided
that your definition of winning is the same as mine.
I've decided that's what's happening here today. Yep. Alright, let me grab this then. Wink.
We'll just do some sharing.
Some rearranging.
I think I'm going to take this big ass cookie over here and give it its own spot down in the bottom here.
Love it.
Yeah.
Give the big ass cookie some space.
Yeah.
Alright. And we're back. Okay, we're not back. We're lying. We never left. The train doesn't leave this station. The train is like, do I have to do stuff today? I don't wanna. Oh my goodness, that was great. What? What? Hot? Oh, did you get like crazy hot water?
Is it reversed?
I can't remember. One of them is reversed. I don't know if it's yours or mine. But don't look at me. When they changed out the sink, you know how it goes like this way now? And it used to be forwards, like towards you? But my sink, like they changed the way you turn on and off the water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they changed that, and I didn't notice that for like... I was like, no, it's always been like that. They were like, no, it hasn't. And my father-in-law, I think he backed me up on it. He's like, no, it's the same as it was before. But he takes before and after pictures. And then like the next day when my husband was like, no, you guys are wrong, and I'm right. And we're like, no, you're wrong, and we're right. Next day, my father-in-law comes to me and shows me a picture. My husband was right, and he just looked at me. We will never speak of this again.
Your husband has some really good one-liners. Right. Because I'm still laughing in my head. Over the here lies me. Holy hell.
That poor man. He is suffering. No kidding. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He should be dead after yesterday, but really whatever.
Should be.
He's fine.
Oh. And then, like, you know, we came home, what, around 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
No, well, 1:30-ish. And my husband and my son, they were like, because we had to go back to the school to get his bike, right?
Yeah.
And my son goes, hey, maybe we should race. You guys drive there and I'll bike. And my husband's like, okay, no problem.
No driving Miss Daisy then.
No, not even that. But he was like getting out of the car. Like he was closing the door and my husband was like, okay, go! I'm sorry. He hadn't even unlocked the bike, you know? How is that so mean? So mean.
So mean.
And then we came back home and I was like, do you want to take at least like a circle and a roundabout to make it a little fair? Uh-oh. Should have given you an apron, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
I was like, I don't see anything though.
It's fine now.
I hope it's not gonna sting. Most of these things shouldn't sting.
I just have a doctor's appointment after this, so.
Anything fun or just like checkup?
No, just checkup, routine, blood work.
I need to go get my thyroid medication. That's why I need to go go to the store.
Okay.
I need to go get thyroid medication and paprika. And buttermilk, apparently, because we're making pancakes.
Do we have buttermilk here?
No, I just call it buttermilk. The Gouda milk.
Oh, yeah.
Because in Icelandic it's called sour milk.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Skuma milk.
is skuma milk the thing?
Yeah.
Here it's called Gouda milk. Which one is that? Is that not buttermilk? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good at that. You're not going to tell us how we're supposed to pronounce your name? Because we'll just keep butchering it.
Now I have to ask my husband. Okay, what's the difference between...
Oh, skim milk doesn't have any fat, right? The other one has like a bunch of fat.
Skim. I think it's skim milk?
Yeah. I think that's the skimmed milk. Again, guessing.
Apparently there's 2 M's in that.
Yeah.
Skim milk. And culture milk. Maybe I'm getting it confused.
Because Gouda milk has a lot of fat.
Yeah.
But it still tastes like it's a sour yogurt, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah, that's culture milk.
Hayabusa.
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 Oh, we were right.
Oh, that's so cute. Hayabusa feather. Does it mean something? Look, I keep doing the thing. Does it mean something? Because the chat is in the way of my face, so I feel like
you just move the chat.
No, it's fine. We're perfectly. I'm just being a moron. Falcon. Like Falcon from Marvel Falcon? What?
Oh, a Hayabusa feather comes from a falcon.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yes.
No, like the bird. See, I don't.
Now I'm going to have to Google that. Thanks a bunch.
She's kidding. She loves to Google things.
I really do.
She does. Oh, hold on. Let me grab that. And like, you know.
Yeah!
I was like, and when you feel like fidgety, you can do these. My kids put away a game the other day and they did an abysmal job.
Yeah. It's just a pile of cards that need to be sorted.
Yeah.
And it's totally the thing that...
Right. Dawn absolutely loves having stuff to do.
I like keeping my hands busy.
Yes.
I don't actually like doing anything.
Yeah, right. I was like, I suppose that's the correct way of saying it. Like, she likes keeping her hands busy.
Keeping my hands busy.
Oh my god. Do you have any idea how close I was to eating this off?
That would have been I just figured it would be easier to clean if it was soaking a little bit.
Yeah, no, of course. No, it makes perfect sense.
Sorry about that.
I just leave them in there, so I was just about to yeet it into the thing, and I was like, nope! Not gonna do that today.
It would have been a lot of cleaning.
Oh, there would have been so...
water.
Can you imagine the commotion? Whoops! Didn't realize that. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. So yesterday, it was just me and the dog home, right? And I was like, okay, so...
At what point?
Right, I know. All of the point. There was so much going on yesterday. So, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the cleaning. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the washing machine. All right, you know what? I'll throw in a load of laundry. Turn that on. Do this here, blah, blah, blah. And turn on Rambo, which is my Roomba, the robot vacuum cleaner thing. And I turn that on, and I'm like, okay, buddy, let's go for a walk. And he is the happiest thing in the universe, right?
Yes, right.
So we leave. We take a good 45-minute walk. Yeah. In which he was a hellhound almost the entire time. He was absolutely driving me insane, right? And I'm like, I know you're excited, but come on, you've got to relax. Just pay attention to me, all right? Yeah. Because I felt like everything goes through like, stop, no, come here, here, stay here. No, not in my butt, here. Like, and trying to explain always makes you look like a psychopath. Yes. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We'll walk home in the woods so at least people can't see me looking like a psychopath. I walked by one of her friends' house and I could hear like movement in there, and I'm like, I bet you they don't even want to come out because I look insane. But you know, in reality, they were probably just working, moving things around or whatever. Right. I don't know, or something else. I don't know. I don't judge nothing. Something else. Anyway, I'm walking through the woods and I meet this woman with like a stroller and a baby. The baby's not in the stroller, but running around and just rushing up to the dog. And I'm like, buddy, you sit your butt down and you are going to be nice. Yes. And lo and fucking behold, the dog did. He actually behaved himself.
Whoa.
Sat down, calm as a button.
Well, he probably could tell it was like a little one.
Probably. But I mean, even so, you've seen him with little ones. He's still gonna.
Yes.
Can I help you? He's still gonna run you over. Because he doesn't understand that, things aren't that heavy.
He doesn't understand personal space. Or that he weighs 100 pounds.
He has no idea of that concept. What's a personal space? I clean my personal space. What's your point? Like, it's just... And the woman's like, oh my God, hon, I'm so bad. And I was like, dude, we have to get her to... We have to get this in writing. Like, we have to...
Wait, can you say that again? Let me just video it.
Just for a second. You don't have to be in the frame. I just need to hear somebody else say that. And the way home, all of a sudden, he was just... Yeah, I'm just gonna walk here real cool, calm, and I'm like,
oh, you asshole.
Right, and I'm like, really, just on the way home. He always does it, so every time we're approaching our street, he becomes the nicest, the best behavedest dog in the universe. Every time, because he's hoping, if he's nice enough, I'll pass the house and keep walking. And we've tried this, me and my son, especially when we're walking, because he'll be an asshole when we're walking him, and then we come home, we're on the street, all of a sudden he's like, perfect.
This is a perfect deal. I know exactly what you want.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. And we will pass the house. Demon dog again. He's totally and utterly faking it. 100% faking it. Oh, that dog drives me mental.
I wish I had more to do.
Right. No, I'm good. I'm good.
That was fun.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for you. Sorry. And then we
I was
home.
Gonna bring paper for your kids over, and I forgot.
It's okay. It's not like you're not gonna come over here on Monday.
Right.
Or we're gonna go somewhere Monday. I don't know yet.
Are we going somewhere
I
Monday?
don't know. I'm just keeping it open. Keeping it open there. Okay. Or I'm gonna leave you in like werewolf mode in Sims and be like, luck! Good luck! I don't even know how to handle that shit. But okay, so we come home, right? And as I mentioned, I left a few things on and blah, blah, blah. So I go in there because I go into the laundry room because I needed to get something or because the laundry machine was done or whatever. I can't remember, but I went in there. And there is a blue bucket in front of the laundry machine. Now, this blue bucket exclusively belongs underneath the sink in the laundry room. And I'm like, what? Because it was 11 o'clock, so I thought maybe my husband came home?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, why would he leave the bucket here? Because it's not like there was anything in it. He didn't, emergency, something's flooding or anything, So I'm like, what is this doing here? And all of a sudden, I get this really uncomfortable feeling, right? And then I noticed that Rambo is sitting on the threshold to the laundry room, and I'm like, oh, so this is where you died. Why is the blue bucket like? There is no way. It's not like it was on top of the washing machine or anything, because I was doing stuff there before, and I wouldn't just randomly say, this goes here now. So I'm like, okay. So like I called my husband to say like, hey, did you by any chance come inside the house and for some reason move this thing? Didn't reach him. And I'm like, we are alone in here, right? I mean, that'd be a really weird thing for somebody. But yes, I had to check every nook and cranny in this house because I'm paranoid. And then I'm like, okay, well, we're alone at home, and somehow that just got there. Okay, great. Ghosty, go away. Don't be hanging in my kitchen. Thank you.
Is it possible your husband thought that it went like on one of the shelves above and it fell off?
No, he never came home.
No.
Last
time he used it.
No place for it, no spot for it. And I was just like, that's super random that would just get there. And then, so I pick up Rambo, because, he's like, I have been killed on top of the threshold, I can't possibly. So I was like, I'll just empty that out and stuff. And that's when I figured it out. He was on the opposite side of the threshold. He had gotten into the laundry room, bumped into the empty bucket, and just pushed it all over the place. And I was like, ghost intruder! This is my fucking robot.
You can Google Suzuki Hayabusa later, but Hayabusa is a very fast falcon. The emphasis on speed means it's a fast motorcycle. Oh, also Hayabusa is how you spell it in English. It is a Japanese word.
Oh, cool. Look at that. Look at that behind.
Oh, is that the actual word?
I'm not even going to try and guess. It looks
I'm
pretty.
Guess that.
Very cool.
He's not...
But Suzuki.
He hasn't answered my milk question, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Oh, right. I was like, what? We asked him a milk question?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, the husband. Right.
Yeah.
I think school milk is skimmed milk.
Yeah, I think you're
right. And the other one is like
and
35%. Yeah. But I could be wrong.
By the way, my in-laws drink that.
Yeah, my
As
mother-in-law uses that as instead of yogurt.
So in my first Christmas here,
You're like,
they were like, "Do you want a glass of milk?" And I was like, "Yes, sure."
right?
I like
with
milk.
Cookies.
This is good, right?
I have a hard time drinking that thing. It's so thick.
I was eating, and then I was like, "Okay, time." And then I was like, "That's not milk.
That's not milk. No, it really isn't milk.
That's not milk. No."
We're baking
cinnamon buns.
Yes.
And
an Icelandic version of them, so that in case people get disappointed that they're not all like beautiful and smooshed together.
Yes. Icelandic cinnamon buns. And afterwards, the cookies are
white chocolate chip licorice cookies.
What
White
she
chocolate
said.
chip cookies.
Yeah.
I would touch them, but I just touched my hair. So I would love to show that to you, but
I've washed my hands 16 times.
You're like, I'm not doing it no more.
No.
I'll show them to you, and I can grab them out of the oven.
I need hand cream, but I don't want it.
But I have it.
I know you have it. I don't like.
Can't
I like
help
the
myself.
texture of cream. I like how my skin feels. I don't like touching it.
Oh, you
And
would
then I
have
don't
hated
like-
being me the day before yesterday.
You were slathered.
I was not only was this because so the cream that I'm using for this thing, it dries up the skin. You can see it's really dry.
Yeah.
And she recommended that I put just a little bit of moisturizer on it, just a little bit, right?
Oh, two on top of each other.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know,
Jesus Christ.
I know. Like the other cream, it kind of disappears, but it does leave like an oily residue for
Nope,
a bit. Yeah,
nope,
I know.
nope,
She's like, it only takes like 10 minutes to enter the skin, so I'm sitting here looking like this, waiting for the damn thing to go in, and it just doesn't. Okay, I might never in the face, but you know what I mean. It's like when you put on like aloe vera after your sunburn, you have to stay like this because you can't put your arms back to like it's like the scarecrow thing. But I'm just and my husband was like, like when I got like eczema and stuff like that, they would make me wear the not woolen, but cotton gloves over the cream, so I could do things.
Yeah, they don't have a full body cotton
No,
glove,
they really
though.
don't. But I needed something for my hands because I was working on the computer, and like I have been doing like when I'm doing the writing thing now, I do this so this doesn't sit on anything. But I was absolutely going insane, right? And he's like, okay, why don't you try the thing though? Why don't you just put a bunch of hand cream on your hands and then a glove over it?
Like you would do for like a
like for like because and I was like, you know what? I'll try it. At this point, I don't care because this was crazy itchy, like crazy itchy. So like, and it was even I was just going. What? Because it was just so yucky. So yucky.
Yeah.
And it's not like we own cotton gloves that are just sitting around. So I had to wear like one of the orange like gloves that you use like to do dirty work, you know what I mean? But like single use gloves. And they had this residue on the outside, and I was like, I can't put that everywhere, so I had to put on gloves and then wash my hands with the gloves and dry them. And I was like, why am I drying my hands with the gloves? I can't tell if they're dry. I was just like, I'm gonna go to bed. This is so stupid. But I was like, I still need to finish some of the writing stuff, and I need to do this, and I need to do that, and everyone, I was like, I hate it here. I hate it. So then I was texting you, and like even the gloves have this grip thing, so that was okay. It's like I could text, ish. I couldn't text like this because then it was like so the gloves are like a size too big for me.
I'm nauseous just thinking about it. Oh,
so I was trying my best to text you, and I kept misspelling everything. And I was like, I'm sorry, I had gloves on, and you were like, whoosh. That sounds normal to me. I didn't comment on it or anything, and I'm like,
no, I figured I understood.
Yeah, and I figured I was like, oh, she thought I was walking the dog, and my fingers are freezing.
No, I understood.
I just thought it was so funny. It was so random. I was like sitting there with some stupid orange gloves covered in hand cream on the inside. And like I was trying to dry the gloves after I washed them so I wouldn't put residue everywhere. And I was like, how do I tell if they're dry? So I was like touching my face. It's like, is it dry? Can I touch things now? Oh, so good stuff. So stupid. I do stupid stuff all of the time. Alright. Oh, these are almost proofed. I'll be right back.
Almost proofed.
Almost
Should be
proofed.
right back.
And then we can, like, throw them in there.
I think they will be delicious. But at the end of the stream, we'll show. For sure. But she's not here, so I can Google it. Quickly.
Yeah, then I just, it has 4 minutes left. Take them out, put them to 200, and then they bake for 10 minutes, and then they're done. And then these guys can go in.
Okay.
I mean, they're supposed to be 180, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, so there's the motorcycle.
Oh, that one's... Oh, wow, look how... That doesn't look comfortable. I'm assuming that's some cool way of riding it, though.
I think that's the most aerodynamic.
Ah, okay. Because, I mean, that's like... That's what I look like when I'm trying to take a shit. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am kidding.
But now I'm going to look at the
looks
Falcon.
really cool. Galkin,
That's
please look
Nope,
for Galkin.
nope. Oh, it's the Falcon in Mulan.
Oh, nice. Oh, did you see those horns? They came out of the snow. Like
Hayabusa's the name.
Yeah.
Hayabusa the Falcon is one of the secondary antagonists. Oh, he's the bad guy.
It was a Disney reference and I didn't get it. Put me in my coffin.
You are
I am shamed.
fired. You are fired.
Dishonor! Dishonor on you! Dishonor on your cow!
Dishonor on your cow.
Oh my god, yes, it's in Mulan. He literally says that. Mushu says that. He's like, that's it, dishonor! Are you writing this down? Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow! And the cow is the horse. Oh, I can't believe I didn't get that one. I didn't know he had a name, actually. To be honest, I didn't know.
I was like, oh, she's not here. I'm going to Google really quick, really quick. So the peregrine falcon is also Falco peregrinus.
Peregrinus. Oh, it sounds very Greek. I like it. In Italian.
Oh, here's a video. Suzuki Hayabusa versus the peregrine falcon.
Ooh.
Can we watch that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's watch that.
We're waiting for proofing.
I don't have any sound.
I had to go poke my son's computer. I was like, why are you asleep?
Oh, was it asleep?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's messing with the settings on it just to fuck with me.
No,
No, I'm kidding. He's totally is.
Okay, so it's a race between a falcon, peregrine falcon.
Cool. I think the
Wasn't
falcon
there
is
a
going to
thing, like,
smoke that thing.
Miss Peregrine's, like,
Yes,
Home for
School of-
Wayward
yeah.
Children or
Yeah.
something. I actually liked that movie.
I don't know
Samuel
if
L.
I
Jackson
saw
was in it.
I probably saw that then.
Oh yeah, he was a bad guy. Oh, he was like a crazy bad, like he was
I love
proper
him.
crazy.
I love him as a bad guy. Like in Unbreakable.
Mm.
He's a bad guy in that one too. But he's like, hold on a minute. Let me just grab these out.
Who
I don't
won?
want
Who won? Who
to
won?
gloves.
I think the Falcon's gonna win.
Yep, I'm my money's on the falcon.
It doesn't give you times.
Oh, but who won? It doesn't tell you because the time.
Oh, it doesn't fucking tell you, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that the Falcon
it's
won.
a secret.
Yeah.
Here, you can stay here. Yeah, just gonna grab all the moisture.
Yeah, skimmed and cultivated.
Oh, did you see the trailer for The Little Mermaid?
No, but I have seen that there's a lot of drama going
There's no
on.
drama. Oh my god, it's beautiful. She looks stunning. I mean, I'm sure there is drama, but all I have seen is adorable videos that people are sharing with their kids when they see
Right.
that the Little Mermaid
She looks like
that.
me.
And I'm like,
Yep.
so cute. I'm
Right.
gonna die. But I'm like, all I want to know though is Gordon Ramsay gonna be the chef? Tell me that there isn't that there is a more perfect person for that. Like honestly, think about it. The chef from The Little Mermaid. Oh, the crazy one.
Yeah.
Tell me Gordon Ramsay wouldn't be the most perfect human being to play that.
Would. But could he? He could do it without swearing as much, but.
Or they would just bleep in the entire time. Kids understand what a bleep is. Maybe they're not supposed to. I don't know. Oh, so happy.
Yeah, I think the Falcon won.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Mulan, the live action movie?
Nope.
Or
I've
the
never.
cartoon?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen any Mulan.
Oh my god, I love the cartoon so damn much.
I don't know. It's not even. I'm totally all into every Disney, Pixar, whatever, anything. It just, for whatever reason, has just never popped up. Like, I've just never. I don't know why.
I watched it after I came home from work one day, and my siblings, who are, 2 of them are 9 and 12 years younger than me, they were gonna watch Mulan. And I'd been working like all weekend or like for 3, I can't remember. I was working at a butcher's table, so not like, I wasn't exhausted. But I was like, I must have been 17,
What's
18.
A butcher's table? Like
a butcher shop, sorry. We call them a table. But yeah, like,
slaughterly.
No, isn't that where they kill the animals?
Yeah.
And cut them and prep them. I was selling them. So butcher
So
shop.
you didn't do, you didn't do the cutting.
I did some cutting.
Okay.
Like, we would get the meat like all like chopped up and stuff, but I mean we would get like a rack of lamb and we'd have to make cutlets out of that or whatever. Like I could do that.
All right.
Although that's not true. I had to be 18 to be able to do that because otherwise they couldn't insure me. Or like they couldn't nudge me. I'm like, oh, it's a work accident. Not our fault. She's a dumbass. And my God, were there some questionable things done in there? Nothing unsanitary though, just questionable dumb things with knives.
Okay.
Anyway. What?
Anyway.
Anyway. I was coming home and my kids were like, no, my siblings were gonna watch it.
Yes.
And it was in Icelandic, and I genuinely can't tell you which one of us laughed the most because we were just all dying.
Oh, because it was that
all
bad.
Funny all the time. No, it was just great. It was like so Eddie Murphy plays Mushu. So you already know you're gonna have a good time.
Right.
Mushu's one of the he's not one of the main characters there, but he's but in Icelandic it's a guy who does every other voice thing, and he did such a damn good job of this one. But they were like these little puns that were perfect. Like, hey, if I take your antennas off and throw them in the yard, who's the moron? Me or you? And he would point at the wrong person who was talking and shit like that. It was like so stupid. Hola! Hello, Turkey 66.
Good morning.
Hi. We're good. How are you? I'm just waiting for the thing to beep so I can throw them in there. Yeah.
Yes.
Look how cute they are.
Oh.
Yep.
They actually came out really good.
Yeah. So they're proofed. Now they get to be baked.
Yeah, that one on the end there in the middle, that's like the tallest one, that's going to need a lot of icing because it doesn't have a lot of... I didn't go to edge.
Ain't no problem with that.
Okay.
Got all the icing. We usually put chocolate icing on there.
Oh.
And sometimes we put caramel icing, and sometimes we put
that sounds just wrong.
Oh, that's just because you're weird.
I am weird. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I totally get it. But like the icing is first white, so we can just put a few of them on there, so it's all kosher for you.
Just one for me, thanks. Then you can make chocolate.
The kids don't care. Like if there's sugar on it, it's gonna be eaten.
Okay.
And my daughter sometimes doesn't even like spawn too. She's sometimes like, Mom, do you have to put icing on all of them? I'm like, no, of course not. They can just be like this.
Okay.
And they sell them here like that. Just with
right,
like
without
what
any
is that
icing.
Called? Shill something.
That's chicken.
No, it's SKILLING.
She.
Yeah, shilling something. Oh no, I can't remember the name of it. Dang it! But they do. They sell it here. I'll grab you next time we're in Coop and show it to you. Because like I don't remember the name in Norwegian. Not that that's unusual. I never remember the names in Norwegian.
No.
I'm like, fuck that.
I'm actually
learning that crap.
struggling now.
Mm-hmm. With names in Norwegian.
Homework with him.
Yep. Mm.
So my kid is 7, so we're just like second grade stuff, right? But they're like, okay, match the picture of the thing with what they are, and then on the other side with like not the sound they make, but what it's called.
Oh yeah. Like a horse neighs.
Yes, but whatever that neighing is called.
Yep.
So like one of them is rauta.
Yeah.
I have no idea. And when you translate it, it doesn't translate into anything possibly remotely close
Nothing human
to a sound. And I'm just like, I can't help. I'm
Oh.
like, you know that show, Are You Dumber Than a Fifth Grader? Like, I'm dumber than a
Right here.
second grader in Norwegian.
But to be fair, you don't know these things.
No.
This is not shit that comes up when you are learning Norwegian. It just isn't.
And there was like
wait till
4.
they grab you with the phrases.
No, please don't. No.
Every time they do that, I'm like, how but new? And I've done this 3 times, and I still don't know some of these phrases.
The expressions.
Yeah, the expressions. Oh, man. So yeah, when we did that for the first time, I was just like, I don't know how to do that. And I had to actually say, what animal does a lite? And like in Norwegian, like vilken dyr gör det thing. And I had to go to YouTube to see a picture because it didn't have anything else for me. And I was like, pig, got it. So we're like talking grunting. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, and now I'm just like, do you think they use that in sexy books? Like, yeah, han rider.
Oh no. Oh, don't say that. Oh. I'm never reading another Norwegian.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Whole Turkey.
I'm not reading Norwegian books.
Oh my god, now I'm gonna have to go out and find myself some Norwegian smut to see. That's what you will be inundated with endless amounts of giggling snaps going, read that one. I'm kidding. The horror on your face. I promise. I solemnly swear I'll absolutely do that. She's like, shit. Why me? Huh?
Yeah, I've decided I'm going to make it my lifelong goal to not figure out the Sims thing that you keep talking about.
No, you don't have to figure it out. I just want to watch you play it for an hour and just be like, why? What is this? They just peed. How do I make them do it again? And I told the kids that I wanted to do this yesterday, and they came up with so many golden scenarios to mess with you. And I was like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
I was like, we might have to make this a series. But only if, like, it's just so funny. Oh, man. I was like, ooh. They enjoyed it immensely. They were like, that would be so funny. And they're like, oh, and then you have to, like, start fights with somebody who comes over to your house all the time. So when they come over to visit Don, she's like, what the hell is this person's problem? Like, why is there all minuses? Why are they angry? I don't know. We slept with his wife twice. I don't know. I'm kidding.
Oh man, this is gonna be a thing, isn't it?
It's just think about the entertainment value for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I should make you play Gang Beasts. Just all of us throwing you off the boat all the time.
No.
Where do I put myself on the floor? What?
Probably The Sims.
Probably.
Oh no.
Yesterday, like when I finally managed how to get her to survive the change into werewolf, I found out that she rampages for like hours and I can do nothing other than make her destroy things or make her walk there ferociously. She's just running there for the hell am I supposed to do this?
I thought you were gonna have like a wizard or a sorcerer.
Oh,
or
I
something.
also have a wizard. She's the homewrecker. Wait, is she the homewrecker? Yeah, she's the homewrecker. She has literally wrecked so many things.
She's the one that you had her sleep with the wife and the husband.
Yes, and neither one of them know. They still don't know about it.
Oh, they still don't know.
No.
So they weren't one of the divorced ones.
Not yet. There are children involved. I might not tell them about it. I might just stop seeing them for no reason.
You're gonna ghost your own Sim character.
Yes.
Okay.
Ghosted. Bye.
Do you yeet them off the cliffs?
I'm not allowed to yeet people off cliffs yet. But I am allowed to like zap them with my magic wand, which is really fun.
Mm.
You're like, zap that guy, and she goes like, and then, you know, and there's this poof that happens, they're like, oh, what was that? And then they're like, walking her. It's great. I'm so mean. It's a really good thing I don't do magic in real life. Just no.
What can I do for you? A massage? Nope.
I don't know how that works.
You can go read our About Us.
Yeah. And the roof.
And the rules.
Yeah. How much time do you think they have? I know they're only supposed to be in there 10 minutes, but it feels like 15.
Oh, I don't know. It feels like 5 to me. I don't know.
Oh, it is 5. You're absolutely right.
Ah.
I must swish them.
Ah.
Look at you in your eternal pot go. My face is melting. If you look down there. But that's nothing new.
Oops,
right?
sorry. No worries.
That's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could book us a massage here in a hotel somewhere, be tough.
Yeah. No, we're saving money.
Yeah,
We're
no,
going to
no, we are.
travel.
We are. No, I'm just
We're
joking.
going somewhere. You and I, we are traveling to Latvia,
Yes.
and we're going to be pampered.
Like I want like 2-3 days at a spa, and then watch us be like, you have to go to the spa again. I want to go see some culture. You're like, we're not eating that crap again.
No.
I'm just imagining things. Oh, did you see on our Discord that guy asked like, where do we see us? Like, where do we see the stream in the future?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I tried to answer that, and I was like, I feel like I'm just going in a circle with this answer. Vikings was on, and I was not having a good time focusing. I was like, there's fighting and sex on the screen. I can't focus. Yeah. So yeah, gotta check that out.
He streams too.
Yeah, what does he stream? I forgot. Oh, the technical stuff. Is that the guy who does the technical stuff? No.
No. He streams. It's a game. It begins with an A. I think it's called Arid.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know that
It's like a logical, like, figure stuff out game, like, but in like your character, like, you know those shoot 'em games, like, and you can see like your arms, and it's like that.
Right. Okay, cool.
It's like that.
Cool.
I don't know what you call it, like 3D.
Puzzle driven
3D
role playing game. I don't know.
Yeah, role playing game.
Sure.
That's right.
Let's go with that.
Oh,
you're right. You
No.
have water right there.
I know.
Save yourself.
I think that was a problem. Yeah. So yesterday? No.
Sure.
No. Tuesday.
Yesterday, sure. No.
Nope. Tuesday. I was in my office doing stuff. I was getting ready for the art stream, and then I had Twitch up because I was gonna put that into the mode it needed to be in, and then he was streaming, and I was like, oh, okay. So I just went in and like while I was doing all the stuff and figuring stuff out or whatever, I was watching and chatting with him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Because I was like, if you want to add on to that answer, go ahead. Because I was like, I feel like Don would answer this better. But I was like, I don't know.
I didn't. Even...
I'm telling you, I feel like I should be like charging TikTok for rent.
You should. But I have to applaud you because you literally almost know every single way to just stop my brain to a fucking screeching halt.
Someone would think that's a good thing. Note to self: stop talking to Dawn while she's driving. That'll be the death of me, literally.
No, driving is
They
fine.
look like briskets at the moment, like just uncooked ones.
What kind of brisket are you eating?
Oh, I have no idea. I've never eaten a brisket.
The fuck?
This is what I imagine a brisket looking like.
That is absolutely not anything closely resembling a brisket. A brisket is a piece of meat.
See? Meat.
If you're
With
eating
some
meat that
salami.
color,
I'm gonna call you a
worried
doctor
for
right
you.
now. That explains a lot, huh? I'm kidding.
No, wrong.
No,
Cookie color only. Or bread. Bread
Oh,
color.
bread, okay.
Bread, cookie, not meat.
What's the other thing that is bread?
Holy shit.
What's the thing that is like bread that's been like baked so much that it's a cookie? It's an Italian thing. It's not called the brisket. It's called something.
Yeah, no. It's
Oh,
biscotti.
Biscotti. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like.
Yes.
I don't know names.
Biscotti is a much better word to describe what those look like instead of brisket.
A food thing. I was like, I don't know. I don't know food thing. These don't seem like my kind of problem. All right, hold on.
Ooh.
What do you mean? I live dangerously.
They're getting cuts of.
These are the giant cookies that are going in. I don't know.
Yeah.
That probably doesn't look cool, but it's going to be delicious.
They will be delicious and rectangular. $10 if you can say it in Norwegian.
Which one was it in Norwegian again?
I don't know. I have to look it
I don't
up.
remember that.
Okay, new translation. Switch. Rectangle. That's not how you spell that. Did you mean rectangle? I did. Oh, you know what it is in Norwegian?
Is it something blah blah firkant?
Rectangle.
Oh, rectangle. Yeah, right. That's not the answer they're gonna accept at school though.
Oh
I
no?
can't. I don't know. They might. Perhaps.
Oh,
Mayhaps.
I need to go into my big blue book here.
The big blue book? You have
Yep.
a big blue book?
Yes. Hold on.
I can't. I have nothing to hold on to. No, I'm kidding.
Rechtvinkelig vierkant.
There you go. I told you there was another word for that one. I was like,
That's just wrong.
don't I know it? I all think girl, don't I know it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no. How about just no?
No.
Okay, let me put that in here. Let me not pick up that photo because there's nothing there.
Oh, they're already done. Jesus.
They're already done.
I'm done with coffee. I don't want any more today.
Alright, hold on a minute. What was I gonna do? I remember she lied.
I think it's because I've been having like coffee and tea and whatever like way more frequently that water is now not tasting good to me first thing in the morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I have never been able to have a glass of water in the morning. Like my husband, when he wakes up, he has a glass of water by his bed that he completely downs
Oh, wow.
first thing.
Right.
And
I tried it down like some
Blah.
of it, but I'm far behind today. Although I filled it up a little late though, so.
yeah, no, it can't be like the first thing that I drink in the day because then I feel nauseated.
Oh, damn.
And I think because I have been having some coffee and tea occasionally, that's happening again because of that. I could be wrong, but when I stopped drinking coffee completely, then it was fine. So, I don't know.
Possibly. Like, it's like a craving in the morning. Please give me the coffee.
I know.
I need it to survive.
Well, I mean, Jesus, 30 years of it.
Bound to leave a mark.
30 years of drinking 2 cups of coffee in the morning.
Almost done. That's a lot.
I did something that you would never be able to do
Uh-oh.
yesterday.
What was that?
I opened a bag of sweet potato chips.
Right?
I had like 6 or 8, and I put the bag away.
Excuse me, I did that yesterday. I mean, it was the leftovers from the bag. There were only 6 of them left in there, but hey! Right? I don't get points for that?
You didn't open a new... Did you open a new bag after?
Immediately.
Immediately after. Yeah, no, that doesn't count at all.
Dang it. Fine.
Doesn't count at all.
Fine. You win.
Yeah. Hey, we did 2 vaults yesterday.
Ooh.
Yep.
Nice.
After we were done with
Did
the
you
dinner.
get a good one this time?
No, fuck no. We have like the worst luck with modifiers on the vaults.
Oh no.
Holy shit. Worst
She's
luck.
talking Minecraft for those who don't understand.
Yes. We play
Just a little hint.
Vault Hunters, which is a mod pack for Minecraft. And it's like it's a seriously like long-term game. This is not like something you just casually play once in a while. You know, we're level like 5 now in the vault.
Nice. Moving up in the world.
We are moving up. Yep, we're level 5. But I think like you don't get to play like the end game games until you're level 250. So
oh my God.
there's yeah.
Listen, I'm 258 in my Assassin's Creed game. And that's about as far as you can go without, finishing the latest installment.
Ah.
So I'm like, damn.
I'm really we have to wait until we get a PS5 for that. We saw this show that went into like the making of it.
Oh, beautiful, isn't it?
like the graphics and the engine behind
Yeah.
all of that thing, and since then,
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gorgeous. So annoyingly gorgeous.
yeah. So we need a PS5.
Right.
But we need them to make more PS5s so that we can actually buy a PS5.
But isn't it? Oh, right. Make more PS5s. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like, but you can play PS4 games on there. And like, oh, you meant the thing.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
If we had it. We don't have it.
Yeah, you order it at the store and then you're on a waiting list.
Yep. But apparently they're going to change something. They're going to have like a, like newer version, like, 5.1 or just whatever.
Do you remember when we were like kids? Well, I mean, you weren't a kid, you were probably more of a teen. But
I was probably more of a teen.
More of a teen. But I mean, I remember when I was playing like Civilization, and they came on like 4 or 5 CDs, the games.
Oh, yeah.
It was just that game. And if they updated it, it was a whole new game called Civilization 2. And that was still 4 CDs.
Yep.
Oh my god. Like I was trying to tell the kids the other day, I was like, yeah, when I was a kid and played games, if you need an update, you need to wait for the next installment of the game. They were like, how long did that take? I was like, eons. Such a long time.
Yeah. It's nothing like today.
Nope.
Now you just bring up the console and there's an update that automatically gets downloaded and applied.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows
Nobody knows.
the troubles of gaming in the 80s.
I was like, listen, you little twerps, I've been playing video games since they were 2D and 1D. Like, when Mario Bros. Used to work, like, you had to move along with the screen, otherwise you died. There was no stopping. Actually, I think they still do that in one of them.
Hello, Heavy Milk.
Hello!
I suggest you go read our About Us.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Warning issued!
Warning issued.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, now the theme from Mario Bros. Is in my head. Now the theme from Mario Bros. Is in my head.
That's better than the circus theme that you've been...
That's a good point. That's a good point. Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me put these here. Yoink.
Yeah, so we went into 2 vaults yesterday because we didn't finish dinner until like later, and then I had my weekly conversation with my friend, so I had to go into the thing, and I have an alarm on my phone, to give my son some milk before bed, half hour before bed, as like a get tired time thing.
Yeah. Part of the preparation for bedtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle of a vault and my alarm goes off and I'm like, no! I'm getting chased by skeletons and spiders, and I didn't get blown up by a creeper. Nope, no, that's not true. I didn't die.
You didn't die.
I didn't die.
We'll take it.
We've changed our armor.
Right?
No, we didn't change it. We created new armor because we had nothing.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So the new armor, we put blast protection in on the feet and legs.
Oh, nice.
And then just protection 4 on the other stuff. And that seems to be helping. But creepers don't act the same.
Oh, no.
Really. Like, they're even creepier in the vault.
Great.
But
awesome.
we did do 2 vaults. The first one was a difficult one.
Yay.
And the second one, which makes the vaults like 15? 15 levels.
Oh.
Like the vault levels as you level. So it stays in tune with your
right. Okay.
With your abilities, right?
Yeah.
So difficult made it 15 levels higher.
Great.
Right. And then we had personal space, which was good, but then furious, which means the mobs do 50% more damage.
Oh, for fuck's
So there's 2 less mobs, but the mobs that are there do 50% more damage.
Awesome. Just awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And one of the rooms that we went into, it has all of these like very incomplete bridges over the top. And there's a pool of lava underneath. And all of the chests and stuff that you need to get are hanging from the ceiling.
Of course they are.
Right.
Of course they are.
Yeah. But mobs can spawn on the bridges that you are like making to get to them. Mm-hmm. So there was one time I was up high. This wasn't in the lava room. This was in another room, thankfully.
Yeah.
But there was one time that I was up high and a zombie spawned behind me and I didn't know. Oh. And all of a sudden I'm getting hit and I'm like, what the? What's going on? So yeah, we just ran 2 because then I had to put the kid to bed and get ready for my talk.
Cool. Don't look.
Why not look? Do they come out rectangular?
No, they're circular.
Oval?
And hugging each other. One of them looks like a butt. Actually, that's not true. 3 of them look like butts. Let me just put you guys back.
So we probably should have...
It's okay. They'll be delicious anyway.
Yeah.
But they'll still be good, and that is what matters.
We could cut those in half.
It's okay.
And make mini ones. Like, the cookies are like that big.
They're the size of my hand at the moment. I was hoping like if they were really big, they wouldn't spread that much. But
no
such luck.
Why would you think
I knew they
that?
would, but you know what? One just keeps out hope. I mean, I still love the way they taste, the way they are. So which is why I don't change the recipe. It's not that I couldn't.
Yeah. So then I went to go and have my talk with my friend, and my husband went in and did some volts by himself.
Oh.
Yeah. And he got a lot of good gems, a lot of good loot.
Nice.
And yeah, he made a magnet, or I made a magnet and gave it to him, but he doesn't use it because he doesn't have room on his hot block for it.
Oh no. Be serious.
Yeah. But there was one time I was like, nope.
Just no.
Nope. I was just running towards him and there was a block missing and I literally fell through the block and it was like a graveyard room. Ooh.
The Cinnabons. Brought you some.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And there was like
when they're still,
35 mobs down there.
35 mobs.
So
basically you fell into a trap.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, and then a creeper blew up, and then we were all in a hole together with all the other mobs. And he's like, you're fine. I'm like, I am absolutely not fine. There is nothing fine about this. I am not fine. I'm just running around.
This is my personal hellhole.
Honest to God, if you hear that I am in the hospital for heart issues,
right, I'll know
it
why.
is based on this game.
So basically what you're asking is, I should bring the game there. I'm kidding.
I should, what?
To be fair, I was like, what you're saying is I should bring the game with me when I come visit you to the hospital. Because so you can play it there, you'll be in the right place. We can just shock you back into life. You're like, only a sociopath like you would think of that. Yes. I was like, thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I love
right.
that smell. And this one, and this one.
Yeah. I'm getting better though, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only a couple of times that I was like, I need to go into creative mode. I can't handle this.
I can't handle this. Help me.
And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to dig down into this grave and just...
Oh no, that's never a good idea.
That's where all the best stuff is. But,
of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's like the, what are they called? I think it's in RL Craft and a few other one of those where, and Create also, I think it's in Create, where you're like, oh, I found a graveyard. Ooh, check this, I'm going to check this out. And all of a sudden you're just being murdered by a whole bunch of ghosts. You're like,
yes, because there's a spawner right there. Yep. I think that's in all the mods and Better Minecraft as well. Oh, because we've seen those before. And that was where you get skeleton skulls.
Nice.
Before that, they were available in the Deep Dark. Right. But this is based on 16.5, So we have to go backwards and remember all like the lighting rules and the build height is different but this one does have deep slate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's from cork, not from Minecraft.
You said cork, and immediately my mind goes, "Hey, we're gonna grab a ship and get out of here. Wanna go?"
No, that's cork, not quark.
I know, but that's all I heard. My brain was like, "Bing!"
All right.
Yeeted itself off the marble.
Can I have a knife
Yes,
so I can maybe take just a little bit because I'm kind of feeling a little sugar high.
Oh,
I don't.
hold on a minute. This is what happens when you let the kids empty the dishwasher.
Yeah, that's what happens when I let my husband.
Yeah, my husband does that too. I'm like, okay, great. Do you not have eyeballs? What's the rule? Can I correct that? Because I will correct the kids, of course. They need to learn. But, my husband's a grown-ass person. I'm like, where's the rules? I know the rules. Here's a suitcase. Get out. I'm kidding. Or are I? Just wait for my menopause to kick in. They will pay for an apartment that I can just go down high and be feral.
Yes. Well, we could just redo my downstairs. Right. So, in addition to the man cave, we can have a bitch cave.
Oh my god, yes. Let's have a bitch cave. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna put this on 4 more minutes. No, 4 is too much. I'm gonna put... Whoa! That's like 23 hours. Jesus Christ. It's that whole over-correcting thing. Yeah. When you put it a little bit back, it's like, oh, you want that? Let me give you all of the that. It's like, oh, that's not what I wanted, but thank you, goodbye. I need...
These are really good.
Thank you. I'm happy you like it.
Yeah.
Let me just move this one here, and this one here, and then these guys can go in the corner. No, I'm kidding.
There's an ability. You said you downloaded. Did you download or make a Vault Hunter server?
Right, I made a Vault Hunter server. I downloaded Vault Hunter's the thing and the correct forges and curse forge for it or whatever. I can't remember. I had my son do some of those things because I was like, I gotta do other stuff in my life too. So you set this up so I can play it later. Bye. And he was like, oh, Mom, it's like 2, 3. I was like, I don't care. I taught you how to download mods and stuff. You owe me. Bye.
I taught you how to eat with a spoon, fucker.
Right.
Like.
I'm like, I told you how to wipe your butt. All right, now.
This one has chocolate.
Yes. Oh, I didn't know how to make the white chocolate cream thing, so it's just frosting. No, it's just Millie's with water.
Yeah.
I was gonna put milk, but I didn't know if that was the thing, so I didn't do it.
I don't actually know. I'd have to look it up.
No. Because I do make cinnamon buns out of pie crust. It's exactly the same process. You just take the pie crust and do the thing, and but you cut them. They're much smaller. They're like this big. You put them in, and they become kind of crispy.
Oh.
And then you do the powdered sugar with milk, and it is freaking delicious. But I have to make like a 4 or 5 times recipe if it's supposed to survive the day.
I'm actually looking forward to making Christmas cookies.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, but that might be because the kids have been hounding me about Halloween for the last 6 months. So, I'm like, ugh, let me get Halloween over. And then I shall switch over to the peppermint.
What are we doing for Halloween this year?
I think the kids are going trick-or-treating. I do not know if they want me with them. Oh. Yeah. Although the son has indicated that he does want to dress up, so there's a possibility he will take them. Because he's like, he's on that age where they don't really do that anymore.
Right.
But I mean, not that anybody's going to stop him. But, he does want to dress up. So I was like, well, please participate in Halloween.
Oh, my boy is going to be want to be with. I said my boy is going to want to be with them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's literally all he knows.
Right.
For Halloween.
And this way and that way. I mean, they're going to be in the same neighborhood probably, so couldn't be that big of a stretch.
No, I'm wondering, if they can take them.
Yeah, I don't know. You're going to have to ask them.
Yeah.
When everything, because, people don't start planning for this until, like the day before or something.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden I get phone calls like, are you going to walk with the kids or do I have to do it? You know what I mean? That thing. Because, the year before COVID hit, I can't remember, 14 kids? And there was just like 4 of us moms. You were with us.
I was there. Yep.
I was like, I don't want to do this again. That was a lot of responsibility for a lot
That
of
was
kids
a lot.
who didn't listen a damn thing. not that I expected them to, you know what I mean?
No, I don't mind being with. I don't mind walking.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if like, yeah. It's still kind of shaping up to be whatever. So either like
I might have
take
the night
girls.
off. Oh no! Why don't you come with me?
Right. Oh no.
Please.
Well, I mean, I won't have the night off. If I'm not watching the kids, I'm over here scaring kids that come to get candy.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm still trying to convince my son and his friends to be in the hot tub, so that I can sit up on the porch like.
Why don't we
Get the
take?
candy.
We can make the husbands take the boy,
Right.
and I can be here. I'll be in the hot tub.
You're like, go, no, it's not worth it.
I could dress up as a what kind of girl can be in a hot tub?
Oh, like I just wanted floating heads. I'm gonna
Oh.
put like foam in there. You just get the kids and like, no, don't.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. I can do that.
We'll see what we can make happen. I mean, there's always a chance the hot tub is not gonna be.
I know.
It's like it's retaining all the air,
Okay.
but
Is
it's
it
the
set up? I didn't
moisture
even
we're
look.
concerned with. There's no water in it at the moment
Mm.
because you know it's usually the humidity that gets it. So I'm like, those cookies are humongous.
Yep.
They're not among us. They're humongous.
They're few among us. Yep. No.
Oh my goodness.
No. We're not doing that now.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. I need
Eat. Oh.
I need to poke the other thing. I'll be right back.
Poke, poke. Hey, can you still do that on Facebook?
Oh yeah.
Can you poke people still?
You can still do it on Facebook. Yep.
You can.
Yes. You have to look for it. It's not an option like it used to be.
Oh.
Nope. But you can. Absolutely 100% can.
Hmm.
Which is weird, but you know, it is what it is. Alright.
Yeah, no, like anytime I've been on TikTok, I've been seeing like all of these people. Like apparently there are some people that are really upset
About what?
about Ariel
Oh,
being
those people.
played by a black actress. And I mean, honestly, I'll be honest. I was like, well, Ariel's not a black, but I was person, like in the cartoon movie or whatever.
Mhm.
But then I was like, Disney did that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
who cares? It's a movie for
It's
kids.
made by a Danish person. The story itself.
Right.
Well,
Well,
Anderson has that one.
there's so much.
Mm.
Yeah, Hans Christian Andersen.
Oh, sorry. H.C. Andersen means H.C. Andersen.
Oh.
Sorry, that's just the way we say it at home. I didn't. I
Okay.
just directly translated that. Like, yeah, that makes sense to people, right?
No.
Ooh, look at the moon. It's over there.
This looks wrong. I can't see it. But I did see it this morning.
Alright.
Yeah. My boy saw it this morning. Pointed it out. Yep. It's getting to be autumn. And now I'm confusing them because I'm so used to saying it's fall. Like,
Oh, right, yeah.
it's
I
fall.
used to think that fall was the only thing.
Yeah.
And then all some people are like, autumn. I'm like, what's autumn? Or had a name? That
Yeah.
sounds pretty.
So now he's got Höst,
Mhm.
autumn, and fall. And he has no freaking idea what I'm talking about any particular moment in time because I'm just cycling through all of the words.
Yep. Like, which one of these hits different? Okay? That one. That one we're going with.
Oh, right. So I'm seeing a lot
Yeah.
of like people who are like, one of them was just a girl who had just taken all of those feel good moments, those blind reacts
Mhm.
that the kids are having,
Yeah.
and put them all together
Yeah.
and was just like, does it matter? It doesn't fucking matter
Nope.
because this, right?
Yeah. It
And
matters because of this.
Right. Yes. And then there's other people who are like, oh, it's funny how Christians are like the ones who are up in arms about this with,
Yeah. Like, oh,
And
look at that. Jesus was white? How?
Yeah. And then there was one who went even further and was like, okay, let's just take a look. This guy was Danish, and he described this book all this way. But these mountains don't exist. There's no mountains in Denmark. So, but where would it be? So then she goes over and like just figures out exactly like where in the world, and oh, look at the population of people. So actually this Ariel is more historically accurate to the story than any version that anyone has been seen, and it's only because you've seen Disney first, and that's the only one you know.
Yeah.
Pick up a book. Like
just please read something. Just read something, anything.
So, and I'm just like,
not the hate
seriously, does everything, just fucking everything in the world have to go into these like huge dramatic like
it's just so stupid. Let them make a movie. And they've been bitching about this for 4 years now, because it's been like 4 years since they announced that they were going to make a live action Little Mermaid, and that they were going to pick her. And I was so fucking thrilled because she's part of a duo. Her sister and her, they sing together.
Oh.
And I've watched them since they were babies. I know that sounds creepy, but I mean, like, and even if I say it online, that's still creepy. But like, you know, they would post videos on YouTube where they would be singing like duets, like a cappella together.
Oh, okay.
And it was so freaking talented. And I was so happy that they decided to go with somebody with that kind of musical talent. I was like, yes. It didn't even occur to me that people would be like, oh no, she's black. I was like, it's a mermaid. Technically, she should be green. Right. Like, calm yourselves down.
Yes.
Like, just,
everything turns into these shit storm nothing burgers. Like, literally.
Nothing burgers. Yes.
Literally everything. Like, I don't understand. Is it because everyone is connected now that this...
I just think that whole like, oh, you have an opinion and you have the right to share it and blah, blah, blah. I think it has gone into the wrong direction. Like, if you don't like that she is of a color that you don't like,
don't watch the movie.
Right, don't watch the movie.
Don't watch the movie.
Keep it to yourself. Nobody cares. Like, we want to see the colors of the rainbow on the screen all the time. We're good with that. If you're not good with it, don't watch the movie. Go do something else.
Go watch the Disney film.
Yeah, right?
Go watch the animated movie that it's, you know.
Every single person in that thing's...
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, that wouldn't be the first time.
I don't know. TikTok has been
really
failing me lately.
Oh no!
As I'm sure you could tell by the number of shares.
I haven't been on TikTok that much lately either. But I mean, that's more because I haven't had a goddamn moment to do anything. I'll go to TikTok when I'm in the bathroom. I'll be like, this is my only moment to myself. And even then there's, Mom! Kiki! Merhaba! Oh, hi! Merhaba. Merhaba? Merhaba. That's Turkish. This means hello. Oh, that's cool.
Do you roll your R's
Merhaba.
in Turkish?
Merhaba.
Merhaba?
Merhaba.
Or is it like
Merhaba.
not said at all, like in Boston and England?
Right. Well, in that setting, it's just hello, so I can't give you anything cool.
Yeah.
Unless you want like, good morning or good day. I can do that.
Ciao.
Oh, actually, that's not true. There is a way you can say hello, but it's very like
formal.
It's very formal. It's come desai. Where desai.
What does that mean?
It just means like
Direct translate.
Direct translate. Come here happy. Come here, or come you happy. I don't know. None of those are gonna work for us.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Gotta check the
cookies. More cookies.
Gotta check the cookies. This one is humongous.
Salam.
There.
This means hi.
Oh, cool. Like, salam alaikum?
I have heard that one before. I have not heard Merhaba. If I said that right, sorry. Yeah, so I think I've always, not always. I was not always.
You have not always. Okay.
Lately, my dislike of social media has increased.
Right.
Exponentially.
Right.
I understand English, but I can't speak English.
Alright.
That's kind of me in Norwegian as well. That's not. I mean, I can speak it, but not well. But you write it okay, or you
Look at the size of these cookies.
Oh my god!
And they're this thin.
It's the size of my face.
I didn't bite this one. You know what I mean?
It's the size of my face.
It is. I didn't bite any of these. It's just, you know, when I'm pulling them apart and I'm like,
oh yeah, there's the piece for it. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll just take this little piece.
it's also stuck to another cookie. So
Yeah.
have a good time with that. I'm going to wait until they're a little bit cooler to pull them apart.
I'm not.
Yeah. No, eat them. Like, please. I just wanted to show a few of them in case we run out of time and I forget.
They're really good.
Okay. I like those a lot because, like, you know, whoop, they go well with coffee and other things. And my kids don't love them. They'll eat them, but they don't love them. Oh, your English is really well. Oh, yoink.
You're good.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to do this for no reason because I can't shove my foot under there with this one.
They're really, really good warm.
Mm-hmm.
Way better warm.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are going to be so psyched when they come home.
I warmed them up in the microwave for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Return to this. Cookie. Cookie.
I'm just thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
A
actually know how
dangerous
to...
pastime, I know.
Right.
Sorry. We're talking so much Disney.
No, you're not. The way we use our microwave, like, I actually don't know how to get 10 seconds on there. Because we have a button that you press and it just puts 30 seconds on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there's a way to just put 10 seconds. But I'm so used to just like, 30 and then open.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like how you used to
I should
have
probably
to open
figure
it.
out how to use the microwave properly. It's probably like a dial or something. I just, you know.
Probably.
Usually when I'm doing lunch, I'm like, in 3 minutes, like just.
Yeah. Honestly, most of the time when I use my microwave, it's to melt butter or to soften butter. Even my kids know how to do that one. And there's like auto cook, and then you have to put 4 and then 8 so it goes on the right program. My kids know how to do that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And now they know how to, like, you know, to put 10 seconds and stuff like that on.
Nope.
But I mean, I get a lot of those questions like, hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Can I put plastic in there? Absolutely not. How about no?
No. Yeah, it has a lot of modes that I just...
Turkish. That sounds so cool. Mm-hmm. I want to know how we say merhaba.
I don't think he's going to be able to phonetically...
No.
Oh,
I mean, we can do it.
we can do it. Yes.
We can do it.
Translate?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
It usually gets most of those
Okay.
things correct, right?
English into... Well, no.
And then it doesn't mean hello. I'm sorry, but I do find those hilarious. You know, like when people are like, oh my god, teach me something in Icelandic, and you just teach them how to speak gibberish or like stupid shit like, oh, how do I say, like, can you help me?
Oh, like all
And
the tattoos that are in like Chinese or Japanese, and they're like, that says my cat is farting.
Yeah, right, yes. I love teaching people shit like that. Like, hey, I need some help.
Turkish.
Oh, closet, pissa þarf. And they'll be like, what? No, it's a toilet pee have to.
Okay.
Okay.
Merhaba.
And then,
I need to put the volume.
Yeah. that'll help because we will not hear
The
that.
volume is off. Well, thank you for letting me know.
Oh my god, my hair. Sorry.
No, the volume isn't off.
Did you put it on silent?
Oh, the volume's totally off.
We're gonna be those old ladies. Put the thing on! No,
Just
not the
that
thing!
one, the other one.
Did you take them?
Oh,
The other one.
no.
Oh, the other one. Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Merhaba. Merhaba.
Merhaba. Merhaba.
Okay.
That sounds pretty.
Merhaba.
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 I don't think I'm getting the
Merhaba.
ER right, but...
I like it. I think it's pretty.
Oh, look, all these interjections.
Oh.
Hello, hi, how do you do? Hello, hulu, chin chin. Salam. Hi, hello, chin chin. Ave.
Mm.
What languages are these all in the same language? What is chin chin?
Sure.
Is that like a British thing? Chin chin.
Might be, yeah. Or Chin Chin might be some Asian language. Chin,
But it's written in English.
Chin Cha. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, you can also just say, hey.
Hey! That'll work for us
Yes.
every day of the week. Hi! You'd be like, no, Gunnar, you're not a geiko. Why not?
Okay, how do I shut all the Sam sounds off now? Oh, it just started making noise.
You're like, I hate it here.
Yes.
Hate it here.
I
Sorry,
hate the world.
keep making all of the noise too, just to like, make it better.
Okay. Back to normal. Oh, that was stressful.
Stressful.
Well, I can't
These guys
moderate.
got baked.
I don't actually. How is that?
How is what? What are you talking about?
Maybe I need to. I can't mute.
There should be a mute button.
I do not have a mute button.
Oh no. Did I tell you that I used to sing My Little Mermaid songs with my own lyrics for gay pride for my friends?
No.
I can't sing it here, it's too inappropriate, but you know. It would always start with like, look at these moles, aren't they neat?
No mute.
Oh. Wouldn't you think?
There's mute on the computer though, right?
Yeah. Why do you think we can't hear ourselves in stereo? No, I'm kidding. No, because, you know, mute.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wouldn't you think I'm the hack who has everyone? I'll get brunettes and blondies and redheads. And that's about all I can say, because everything after that is so inappropriate. And so, it's politically incorrect at this point.
What is? Oh yeah. Oh, I have a funny politically incorrect story. So there's probably a saying in Icelandic.
Right? I'm just going to make sure they turn the oven off. Oh, yeah.
In English, we call it, or what I learned it as was like the telephone game. Okay? And it's like, I tell you something, you tell them something, they tell whatever, they tell whatever. And then you see how the message has changed as it goes around. And it's supposed to be an understanding thing and, you know, whatever. So we call it the telephone game.
Right.
It is something in Norwegian. My husband told me last night. I don't remember.
I think we used to call it the whisper game, but it was exactly that. It would just, you know, you'd be like, round the Ferris wheel we go, or whatever. You know, and then the next person would be like, round the Ferris, and then the next person wouldn't properly hear you, so they'd be like, and they'd be like, okay, and just make words up for that.
Right. So my husband was talking to one of his coworkers who's from Britain, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he was explaining this concept, like, oh yeah, they call it the telephone game. Like, you know, you tell one person one thing, explain whatever.
Right.
And he's like, oh yeah, we call that the Chinese whisper. And he's like, and then he was like,
oh no,
that's probably really inappropriate right now, huh?
Yeah.
And we were like,
Yep.
You might not want to say that out loud.
Yep.
You might want to.
Yeah,
the telephone game works.
Yeah.
The telephone game, that's
right.
Or just whisper game.
Non-denominational. It's all good.
Like maybe.
Yeah, I think we called it a whisper game. I don't know what my parents called it.
I hope you didn't call it the other thing.
Because good lord, there was a lot of things that changed in between the generation of my parents and me. Even though the Gen X is of course in between those generations, I just don't know where they fall into because they are raised in the same way as I was. So it's like, wait, we can't be saying that anymore. That is wrong.
Right.
It was wrong before. Now it's extremely wrong.
Right. Pretty much literally every expression that I know.
Yeah. It was just like, and we thought this was okay because why?
Yeah, like, you know that we're going into fall now, right? It's getting cooler.
Yeah.
And then we'll have one good week. And we call that, I've grown up knowing it as Indian summer.
Right.
I don't know why we call it that.
Right.
I don't know what it
like
means. I don't know if it's culturally inappropriate now. I don't know.
Or could it be referencing
what to call
India,
that?
the country?
Absolutely not. No.
I know. It's just like,
Nope.
and we somehow turn this around.
I would love to, but then that's probably incorrect or
right.
like
Probably. Oh
not,
no.
you know, what. But I don't know what else to call it.
Nope.
I I genuinely,
Why don't we just call it bonus summer?
truly, we
Bonus
can't.
summer?
Yeah, bonus summer.
Does that
I
work?
don't know. I don't know what else to call it. Like
We don't call that anything but Icelandic summer.
Icelandic summer.
If you get good weather for like 3 days, you're like, summer! Okay, so. Literally, did you know, do you remember when we were having like thunderstorms here and rains for like a few days? And it was just like when fall was starting, just in the beginning of September, I got messages from all of my family, like every brother, my sister, my parents. Icelandic summer is here. The sun was out, great weather. People are like, relaxing. And then like 2 days later, it's over. It's September.
Yeah, but it's probably not appropriate for me to call it Icelandic summer either,
no.
right?
I'm just saying, like, it could work.
Yeah.
But,
I'm getting tripped up by a lot of these, like, things now.
Icelandic summer, it starts on Friday and ends on Thursday. Some random Thursday. Probably the ones you're working on.
Probably the ones that you have plans to go outside and do stuff.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I find that, like, I'm in that generation now that I personally don't care about any of this stuff. Like, but I also don't want to be an asshole outwardly.
It's just, it's also, this is the kind of stuff you're born into, you're raised with it.
Yes.
But you don't know why.
Right.
It was never put to you as a negative thing. Like, this is the thing that it means and we hate that or whatever. That's not what it was put to. But the phrases didn't change.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Except now
the
phrases have really changed. Mm-hmm. But there's nowhere for me to go, like, who just wants to, like, go through life, like, not
I don't want to
insult
be a bitch
people
to peeps
on a daily basis, right?
I don't want to be a bitch to people unnecessarily.
Right. Like, unknowingly.
Right, yes.
Yes. But there's no way for me to find out. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, how can you be so ignorant? Well, that's a very good question. Mm-hmm. How can I be so ignorant? Like,
it's one of those things that, you're taught as a kid, but not the why, where it came from, what it means. And then, like, I was a kid asking for N kisses. Yes, that N word, kisses. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because that's what they call the chocolate kisses that I buy in Sweden?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the Hershey's kisses.
Yes, the Hershey kisses, like with the fluffy thing on the inside. With the fluff on the inside.
kokosbolle.
Yeah, the kokosbolle.
Yes.
And they changed the name to that eventually. But when I was a kid, I knew them as that. And then when I was like, I think I was 10 or something. And that's when people were like, you know what, we can't do these names anymore. And like, that's like 90s, like early 90s. And we're like, okay, now we're going to change it to Sambo, which is not better.
No.
And, and now they're just called, chocolate, just chocolate bullets. Or chocolate kisses.
That's just not better.
No, but I mean, just because it is chocolate, and it is a thing, and it was just, and I mean, and I know all through Scandinavia, you have these things, like, I make the kokosboller, the ones that I make with coffee and oats, like, I haven't had them in a while, but it's been a while since you had them, but
I've had them?
Yes, you've had them, but they're usually rolled in,
oh, yeah, the little ball things.
In Sweden, they were called the N balls. Like when people my age were growing up. So Scandinavia really, like, they took their sweet ass time to change this stuff, but they did. But I mean, I'm still young enough to remember that we used to call them these things, and I'm just like, why? And then when I worked at the bookstore, we had a very inappropriate book. Not when I was a kid. I don't remember this book, but my parents do. You know how, like, people have, like, 10 little bottles sitting on a wall, one fell down, la 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 la.
Ours a monkey jumping on a bed.
Yeah, we didn't have monkeys.
No.
Well, we didn't, but, like, my parents' generation and the generation before them, they grew up with 10 little boys. Yeah, and this book, of course, when the print went out, because people still remembered the song, because it was like, da, 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 la, da, la, la. It was just one of those songs that is used for so many rhymes.
Oh, so many wrongs.
Yeah, so wrong. Oh, and it was a horrible book. We're talking beautiful black kids, like boys, and they were all dressed exactly the same, and they had those black makeup, blackface lip things. It was all bad. It was all bad all the time. But my generation, the generation before me, the generation after us, they were like, we're never republishing this book. This needs to just die.
Yeah.
Then I can't remember which publishing company decided to bring it back because it was a nostalgic thing for, you know, grandparents, grandparents. This caused such a riot. And they still went ahead with it. And as bookstores, we were obligated to sell it at some point. And everyone was just dying of shame. We were like, we can't. I mean, I understand that it's nostalgic for people, but it's wrong.
Can't you just keep it in the back room?
Right, just no. And no, we did. We ended up having to have it like underneath the shelves. You know how like when you go into a bookstore, they have a...
Yeah, like where they keep all the extras and stuff, yeah.
So we ended up putting it there and people had to ask for it, which was somehow worse. And this guy was incredibly politically incorrect. Sorry, that was what I was trying to say. He came in there and this guy's known back home. Known for various things. And he was just, he's of that generation, and he was like, I don't understand why people find this so offensive and blah, blah, blah. And we were like, well, you know, people are just always entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
And so are you. And, you know, but I mean, I am uncomfortable with it. And I said that. He's like, what do you mean? You guys didn't grow up with... And then he starts singing the song in front of me. Thankfully, it was just me, another employee, and him in the store. But we were just...
No.
Dude! And we were both the same age, me and the guy who were working. And we were just like... And then when he left, I was like, I feel like I've entered the fucking Twilight Zone. Did that fucking happen? He's like, that happened. I feel like I need to sit down. What the hell? Like, I was like, I'm gonna go bathe in disinfectant now. Bye. Yeah. And it was the weirdest thing. And we would, all the time, like, because we went our separate ways in the company. Like, I went to work for the bigger stores. He went to work for another store. And then he was actually working in, like, the HQ, like, where they order stuff in. But we would keep in contact. And every time I saw him, I was like, I'm still not over what the fuck happened. He's like, no, me neither. I keep it in, like, the back door of the mind. Just like, I never want to look at that memory again. No. But man, and on that bombshell, it's time to end. To borrow Jeremy Clarkson's words. Yep.
It is.
It is. It is. Thanks for joining our hilarious cooking show. Not that we are a cooking show. We just do this sometimes. And
we do this a lot.
We do this a lot. We hope you have a great weekend. Join us on Discord if you want to hang out, chat. We try to reply to all messages. Most of them in an orderly fashion. We might be sleeping when you send them, but we try our best here. Yeah, what do I go? Bye!
No.
I can't do that. I told my son about this, and he was like, so, like, you were doing this after the stream? I was like, no, we were still on, and I was being a douchebag. I don't know what happened. He's like, why did you do that? And I was like, I genuinely have no idea. If I knew, I might be able to fix it.
I think your kids are doing it though, right? Your youngest.
Yeah.
Isn't that like
she absolutely thought it was hilarious. She thought it was really funny. She's like, oh my god, this YouTuber, she does it all the time. I was like, yeah, she's like a fetus. I should not be doing this. I'm kidding. I'm sure she's 20, but everybody 5 years younger than you, when you pass a certain age, they're 12.
Yeah.
And everybody who's more than 5 years is a fetus. All right. Anyway.
Yes, we're
gonna see you later.
Okay.
Ciao, babes.
Bye.